Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Classic. 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 I'm only gonna do this once.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard, ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. In the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wish in me. I got these hoes in the fringe. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor, gotta climb the tree. Yeah, I'm out here planting seeds, cause I got a lot to leave. I be putting in long miles, I ain't gotta stop to breathe. I be putting in long hours, I ain't gotta stop to sleep. Yeah, I put in that time, put in work, I'm a different breed. My work ethic marine, my mentality, shout out to Bean. Coach like sweat, city society T. I'm in the gym working out clean. Bag work, 5 punch combinations, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. Boy, I'm made different, I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Classic.
It ain't even about being a real dude or a fake dude or a person. I'm me.
Classic.
Yo, it's Classic with Classic Code Sports, and I'm here with the live fight call for y'all. We are revving up to the co-main event for the night. I'll be calling both fights. Shout out to everybody that slid through. If you are watching from Classic Code Sports, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you don't do nothing else, there it is in the chat right there. In Too Deep Attention, Classic Code Sports on the road to 1K subscribers on YouTube. Please, everybody, go to Classic Code Sports. Some of you may be watching this from the Classic Codes before the night is out. Slide over to Classic Code Sports and give me that subscription. I believe that you'll appreciate it after you hear me do the fight call. I believe that you'll think that it's worth that free click of a button for
Classic.
sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So coming up, we have 29-year-old champion of the world, Raymond Muratalla, at 135 pounds, standing at 5'8" with a 72-inch reach, fighting against 37-year-old, 135 pounds, 5'9.5" with a 69.5-inch reach, Robeson Conceição. I put out a video predicting how I feel that this fight is going to go. Robeson Conceição is 21-3 with one draw. Raymond Muratalla is currently undefeated at 24-0 with, I believe, 19 or 17 knockouts, one of the two. Raymond Muratalla is a very aggressive fighter, and I believe he is one of the most underrated fighters at 135 pounds, and he is a belt holder. Right now, there are vacant belts at 135 pounds, one of them being fought for tonight in the main event by Lamont Roach Jr. and William Zepeda. They'll be fighting for the vacant WBC title at 135 pounds this evening. But right now, Raymond Muratalla is already a current champion at 135 pounds. And he'll be making his first title defense, I believe, here against Robeson Conceição. But let me verify that because, they're fighting for the IBF World Lightweight Championship. Okay. And I believe this will be a defense for Raymond Muratalla. Robeson Conceição is a former Olympian. He is a respectable opponent. He only has losses against formidable adversaries. Out of Robeson Conceição, he's 21-3-1. One of his losses is against Shakur Stevenson. Another one of his losses is against O'Shaquie Foster. You guys have heard me call O'Shaquie's fight against Raymond Ford. And then his other loss was also against formidable opposition as well. So Robeson Conceição is no pushover. And should Raymond Muratalla win this fight, he is absolutely going to be getting all of his respect for it, especially since he just beat, in my opinion, a fighter in his last fight who is head and shoulders above Robeson Conceição. Raymond Muratalla is getting ready to walk to the ring now. He's trained by legendary trainer Robert Garcia, who also trains Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez is on the top 9 no documented duck list, created and curated here by the Classic Code Sports.
Classic.
Yes, sir. And Raymond Muratalla, if he keeps moving the way he's moving, he may infiltrate the no documented duck list top 9 at some point. He doesn't seem to be ducking any smoke. In fact, he made his services available to Shakur Stevenson for a fight at 135 pounds or 140, and instead he ended up having to fight Robeson Conceição because Shakur made himself unavailable. Chat. Yes, sir. So as he gets ready to walk to the ring, let me tell you how I believe this is going to go. Like I said, Raymond Muratalla is flying high with a lot of confidence, having just beat Andy Cruz, who is also a former Olympian, but he is significantly younger than Robeson Conceição, significantly more fluid with his movements and boxing skills. And Raymond Muratalla came in and fought behind a brilliant game plan and was able to get a victory against Andy Cruz, which honestly I didn't see coming. He impressed me. Looking into I've always liked the way he fights, but I didn't think he would be able to get by Andy Cruz, and not the way that he did for sure. And so because of that, I'll admit that I'm high on Raymond Muratalla at the moment. Somebody's going to have to show me something different. And because of that, him fighting against a 37-year-old Robeson Conceição tonight, as we see Ray walk to the ring with a bull on his ring attire, and his nickname is Danger, chat. So he's coming to inflict punishment. Him getting in with a 37-year-old Robeson Conceição, again, even though he's respectable, he is an older guy. Raymond is very confident, and I think for the first time in Robeson Conceição's career, we will see him get stopped tonight after the 6th round, anytime from between 7 and 12. So confident that I have the parlay in on that, chat. I have the parlay in on that. Make sure while you here, you go ahead and hit that free like button for me and hit that subscribe button on the Classic Codes. Go to Classic Code Sports. Classic Code Sports. I sure appreciate y'all.
Classic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What we talking about? Big time. What up? Who else in here? What's your name? Habsburg. He said 650 on Roach. Money line. Good bet. Good bet. I got Lamont winning. I actually got Lamont winning by knockout after 6 as well. I think Lamont is tired of getting draws, and I don't think he wants this to go to the scorecards. And I believe William Zepeda is going to be available all night for him to land sharp, damaging punches, so much to the point where he can slow him down and really hurt him. One thing about come forward fighters who are high volume, when they get in with enough sharp fighters, they take enough abuse to eventually get broken down. We've seen Antonio Margarito, one of the more legendary chins in boxing history. We've seen Antonio Margarito get stopped. There's not a lot of guys who just bet on their chin and their punch output who don't eventually get broken down in this violent sport. So I think Lamont Roach is sharp enough. I think his punches are short enough, clean enough, crisp enough, and sneaky enough for him to really hurt William Zepeda tonight. So I got Lamont by stoppage as well. I got these next two fights both ended by way of stoppage. But we shall see, right? We shall see. KB, what's up? KBIS Systems 333. What's going on with it? What's going on with it? So the two gentlemen are in the ring, getting loose, staying loose, getting ready to have their names announced. I think they're announcing Raymond Muratalla now. And then we will be getting ready to move into the action. But like I said, man, I don't think this fight goes the distance, but remains to be seen. Yeah, Raymond Muratalla. Yeah, he has 17 knockouts, chat. 24-0 with 17 knockouts. I knew it was 17 or 19, but he has a pretty high knockout ratio. He's a very aggressive fighter, and I just really, truly don't believe Robeson Conceição punches hard enough, sharp enough, or often enough to keep Raymond Muratalla off of his ass once he gets the timing down. Now, I do believe fighting behind Robert Garcia, he will come out with a measured approach, but something tells me Ray going to get active sooner than later, chat. I believe Classic. That. If I'm the one that put you on Raymond Muratalla, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? I put out a video on Classic Code Sports earlier talking about how underrated he is. I believe he's a very underrated champion at 135 pounds. And everybody who's actually watching the fight, or if you're not watching the fight and you're simply listening to it, you are about to bear witness to what I'm talking about. I'm not going to gas it up and say he's a top 10 fighter in the world, but I definitely don't think he's getting enough credit. First bell getting ready to go off. Let's get it, chat. All right, and the action commences. Raymond Muratalla walks across the ring. Robeson meets him in the middle of the ring. The two men square off. Both of these gentlemen will be fighting out of the orthodox stance, meaning that their left hand is the jab, okay? All odd numbers that I say are going to be the left hand of each fighter. Any even numbers that I say, the 2, the 4, the 6, right? Those are the right hand of the fighters, since both men are orthodox. Both men come out probing with jabs, Raymond using movement, gauging distance, using feints, taking his time. Robeson did come out early and throw a left hook that looked like it slipped around the guard of Raymond Muratalla, but Robeson Conceição is not known for having punching power. He's known for being a willing puncher and having high output, but his punches don't seem to be very damaging. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a technique thing, or maybe he doesn't really, I don't know, put enough torque on the shots. But he's not a real damaging puncher, but he's a willing puncher, and he will be very aggressive, and it looks good to the judges. So here we go. Let's call it blow for blow. Robeson Conceição throws a double jab to the body. Then he throws a jab up top with a hook to the body. Looks like the hook to the body gets in on Muratalla. Muratalla returns fire. Robeson Conceição steps back. Muratalla looking to step forward to Robeson. Robeson steps forward with a lead uppercut that misses Muratalla as he steps back. Muratalla trying to find the distance with his jab, not being the more active fighter just yet. It's to be expected. Like I said, Robeson Conceição is a very active and willing guy. Muratalla still gauging distance with his jab, not really landing anything effective, trying to find range more so. Robeson Conceição lands a glancing right hand as Muratalla tries to step out of the way, then sticks a jab to the body for Muratalla's trouble. Muratalla steps closer to Robeson Conceição, flicks a jab at him, still looking to find some range, looking to plant his feet a little bit now and get a little bit closer with 1:10 left here in the first round. Both men exchange double jabs, neither man really landing anything damaging. Both men exchange in the pocket, both missing hooks over the top. Muratalla steps back in with a jab, gauging distance and looking to stay in the pocket a little more now. Robeson Conceição obliges and plants his feet as well. He gives a little bit of ground. Muratalla dives in with a body shot, blocked. Robeson Conceição responds with a body shot, also blocked by Muratalla. Neither man really doing a lot this round, but if I have to score it right now with 40 seconds left, I give it to Conceição. Conceição lands a double jab on Muratalla as Muratalla trying to step in. Muratalla steps in with a double jab right hand. Looks like one of the two got through. Robeson Conceição wore it well, steps off, takes a little bit of a walk, steps in with a double jab. Muratalla starting to counter now with the left hook as Conceição steps in with that double jab. He's trying to find an angle for the left hook. Muratalla steps in with a jab to the body. Robeson Conceição attempts to counter over the top, throws a 1 to the head and a 2 to the body of Muratalla. Conceição just took a really big gasp of air, and I don't know what that is here with under 10 seconds left in the first round. Hopefully, it's not him getting old overnight. Muratalla throws a hard right hand to end the round, but misses just barely as Conceição slips off the line. Both men approach the stools to end the first round. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Mr. Luca Magic, sup, dog? What's going on with it? Peace and blessings. Absolutely. Make sure y'all slide over to Classic Code Sports. Let me get some of this corner information. Robert Garcia is telling Raymond Muratalla to use his angles and step over to the sides and shoot his shots off of the angles. He told him his work is beautiful, but he wants him to use more angles and step off to the sides. And he also is telling him to have fun. What else is he saying? Yeah, he's telling him to step off to the sides and use his angles. So we will see how well he implements the instructions from his legendary trainer, Robert Garcia. Here we go. Both men meet in the center of the ring for the beginning of the second round. And we have Muratalla doubling up the left hook to the guard of Robeson Conceição to begin the round, letting him know I'm here. Let's get going a little bit. Raymond Muratalla steps in and flicks a jab. Robeson Conceição flicks a jab. Muratalla throws a stiff arm jab out to stop Robeson Conceição in his tracks as he tries to dive in with the right hand. Robeson Conceição likes to do this thing where he throws like a chopping right hand almost downward, but he doesn't really turn it over. It's kind of a slap. Again, a guy who's a willing puncher and an aggressive puncher, but not a very powerful puncher. You would think that he's really hurting something when you see him swing, but it's a bunt. Let's see. Muratalla lands a stiff jab on Conceição, rips a hook to the body and gets countered up top for his troubles. Good exchange here. I would say Muratalla got the better of that. Robeson Conceição steps in with a 1-2, that chopping 2 that I was telling you about. Lands on Muratalla. Looks like Muratalla's left eye is getting a little red, and he may want to do something about the right hand of Conceição chopping down on him. I know it's not hurting, but it's damaging the eye. It looks like it's creating redness. Robeson Conceição throws another right hand right on cue. Eats a hook while he's in there from Muratalla. It doesn't look like he wore that very well. His legs gave a mild response, in my opinion. Both men exchange hooks on the inside. Muratalla throws a shoulder roll in there, throws a jab to the body, looking to press forward. Conceição takes a big gasp of air again. I don't know what that is as he continues to work, though. Muratalla bringing his guard up high and looking to press forward a little bit to fight. Here we go. Muratalla steps in. Both men tie up. Little muddy work here, chat. Muddy work. There's a lot of activity, so I'm going to call the shots that I can and most likely the significant shots, okay? A lot of work here. These are lightweights, so they throw a lot of punches, okay? Robeson steps in with a double jab. Muratalla attempts to parry. Robeson steps in with a 1-2. Muratalla steps back. Muratalla stepping forward. Robeson throws another 1-2. Doesn't really land. Muratalla steps in with a stiff jab to the body and a hook to the body. Comes back up top. Misses up top, but lands both shots to the body. He committed to those shots, chat. Robeson tries to counter him for his efforts. One thing about Robeson, he's very responsive. If you're hitting him, he's swinging at you. Okay, so he's very, very responsive, very active fighter. Both men exchange jabs. Can't tell who got the worst of that. Both men exchange stiff jabs, but Muratalla left eye is really getting red. Robeson throws another 1-2 with that chopping 2. Flicks a jab. Muratalla flicks a jab back. Right now, Robeson Conceição is winning this fight. Tripp doubles the jab and then throws a hook to Muratalla. Muratalla seeming to try to figure things out. Throws a jab to the body, throws a 2 up top. Both men slip off the line as they exchange backhands. Let's see here. Muratalla steps in with a 1-2, lands on Conceição. Conceição wears it well, covers up as Muratalla tries to dive in with a little bit more of a combination. And the round comes to an end. Very hard to score so far. Anybody watching the fight, or are you only listening to me call it? Based on the call or whether you're watching it, how do you have it so far? Conceição is definitely more busy, but we shall see what adjustments Muratalla is able to make. Let me see if they give us any conversation in the corner this round. Okay, so they're in Robeson Conceição's corner, and they're not speaking any English at all. So I don't have nothing for that chat. They're showing some replays of this round, showing Muratalla throw that jab left hook to the body that I was talking about, but he got countered on the end of it. And I think he's learning very quickly that when he commits to his action with Conceição, he needs to be exiting just as good as he's throwing his punches. He needs to be exiting right off of it very swiftly because, like I said, Conceição is very responsive. You may land a shot on him, but while you're landing on him, he's firing his shot off before you can get back on defense. And so with that, you have to be very careful. Chris Mannix so far has it 2-0 from Muratalla. I don't know that I see it the same because Muratalla hasn't had the cleaner, more effective work. Conceição has been very busy. If anything, I would say 1-1 right now, but I don't know. I'm trying to find a reason why you would give both rounds to Muratalla so far. But, hey, what do I know? Let's see. Muratalla steps in with a jab. Conceição sends a jab back. Conceição throws a 1-2. Muratalla presses forward unscathed, throws a left hook. Conceição throws a jab to the body. Muratalla steps forward, parries a jab combination from Conceição. Conceição throws a chopping 2, slapping Muratalla damn near on the top of his head. Conceição steps in with a jab. Muratalla responds with a short hook underneath inside. Muratalla steps forward with a feint. He needs to feint more. I would agree with that. He throws a 1-2 to the guard of Conceição. Conceição shakes his head, let him know those punches didn't get through. He throws a jab. They're both men exchanging jabs. I think the winner of the jab battle probably wins the fight. Muratalla looking for some angles, stepping over to the side. He's trying to figure Conceição out. It's a bit of a puzzle here from what I can see. Let's see. Triples the jab, Muratalla does, lands 2 out of the 3 as Conceição tries to cover real estate, being the man with the shorter reach. And that's another thing. Muratalla should keep him on the end of the jab. Distance control would serve him very well, but Muratalla wants to fight. He steps in, pawing with the jab, looking for range. Conceição throws a 1-2-1-2 combination. Muratalla responds back with a hard right hand that doesn't land. Looks to throw a combination. Conceição covers up. Conceição throws a 1-2, throws another 1-2. Muratalla slips underneath, throws a left hook to the body. Conceição retreats. He didn't like that left hand to the body. Muratalla's punches seem to be having an impact on Conceição. Muratalla throws a double uppercut, steps over to the side, and ends with a left hook. Great work with the front hand. 2 uppercuts with the left hand, steps over, throws the left hook on Conceição. That was a really beautiful combination. I hope they replay that at the break. 45 seconds left here in the third round. Muratalla flicks a 1-2. Neither one lands. Conceição looking to be a bit tired here, but maybe that's just, I don't know. He seems to be tired here in the third round. He throws another wild 1-2. Muratalla steps out of range, steps forward, and flicks a shot at Conceição. Conceição looking to find a place for his jab, doubling it up high and low. Muratalla steps back, steps in underneath, rips a short hook on the inside to the belly of Conceição. I don't think Conceição loves the body work. Muratalla determined to press forward and press the action here. Stepping over to the side. I don't like the way he's stepping over, though. Muratalla seems to be crossing his feet a little bit more than he needs to. He needs to be mindful of his footwork. Doubles the uppercut there, looking for a home for that uppercut is Muratalla because Conceição is kind of fighting in a leaning posture. It's great IQ thing. End of the third round there, and the men are starting to rumble. This fight is really heating up. Muratalla is controlling the ring center. Okay. I can see that. Muratalla is definitely taking more control. I give him the third round, no doubt about it. I got my ass kicked in UFC betting earlier today, but I did throw a few dollars on Roach. Yeah, why not? I got Lamont. Yeah, In Too Deep had it 1-1 as well. Yeah, I had it 1-1. But I gave Muratalla that third round. He's starting to dictate a little bit more. Let me see what Robert talking about. Yeah, I didn't hear what Garcia said in the corner. They went to the replays. But Muratalla was, he's starting to time him up better. He's starting to counter better. He's using his jab a little bit more, and he's sneaking in a lot of little short shots. That was clearly a Muratalla round. I like it. I like the work so far. Let me see what the betting odds have shifted to with the way this fight has gone through 3 rounds. I still have Muratalla by stoppage after 6, anytime after 6. And the way Conceição looks a little tired here beginning the 4th, I think if Muratalla really starts putting a little salt and pepper on it, he can get him up out of there. Now, Conceição has never been stopped, so he will not go quietly into the night. But he's also a 37-year-old man, and sometimes you just got to give him a reason. All right, chat. So here in the beginning of the 4th round, as I pull up the sports book to see what the live bets have adjusted to for you guys. Muratalla steps in, feints, and steps back as Conceição flicks a 1-2-3 combination. All of those fall short as Muratalla steps back. Muratalla steps in, doubles a hook, both caught on the guard of Conceição. Muratalla steps in with a short right hand that lands awkwardly on Conceição. Steps in with a short right uppercut that lands clean on Conceição. Really neat work as Muratalla is sliding in close and ripping short shots and then flying back out of range. I like the adjustment. Muratalla showing some wrinkles here. Jab to the body uppercut combination from Muratalla. Good work here. Conceição throwing the same 1-2. Same 1-2. He's going to have to diversify his portfolio if he wants to have a chance to stay in this fight. Muratalla starting to get jiggy with it a little bit. Steps forward, throws a 1-2, catches the return fire from Conceição and plants his feet to stay in the pocket a little bit more. Throws a 1-2. Conceição gets the better of that action as they both try to slip their heads off the line. Conceição seemed to throw his 2 where Muratalla was going. I may have seen it wrong. It happened very quickly. Here we go. All right, so we got everybody hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. And go over to Classic Code Sports and hit the like and subscribe. Muratalla steps in, throws a 1-2 combination that falls short as Conceição falls out of distance. Conceição leans and lunges in with a 1-2 that falls short. Muratalla catches Conceição with a stiff jab, falls short on the 2. Conceição fires back with a 1-2. He's only throwing 1-2s, Chad. He's going to have to diversify his approach. There he goes. Right as I said, Conceição rips an uppercut with a 2 over the top. Doesn't look like he landed, but he tried something else. Muratalla steps in, digs a couple hooks to the body. Threw a hook up top, caught on the gloves, but he looks like that hook to the body got around the guard of Conceição. Here we go. Muratalla starting to press forward. 55 seconds left here in the 4th, and Muratalla trying to push the pace of the fight now. Stepping forward and pumping his jab in the face of Conceição. Conceição now in retreat with his hands completely down. Steps in and rips a hook to Muratalla. Muratalla eats it and presses forward. Ripping an uppercut that just barely misses Conceição. Muratalla shoe shines a little bit. Looks good for the judges here. Coming under 35 seconds here in the 4th round. The men exchange. Conceição lands a hook. Muratalla steps forward and shakes his head. Yeah, let's get it. He's not feeling the power of Conceição, even though he's being marked up by it. Conceição throws a 1-1-2 combination. Muratalla returns with a hook, uppercut, body, uppercut, body, as Muratalla looks to finish this round strong. Pawing, framing with the jab. Steps in. Conceição lands a hard shot. Muratalla covers up and presses forward. 10 seconds left here in the 4th round. Muratalla looking to finish the round strong. Steps in with a jab. The men tie up. Referee steps in to break him. Muratalla steps forward. Under 5 seconds left here in the 4th. And this round looks like it'll come to a close with no action. There it is. Let's see what the updated bets are. So updated on the sports book. minus 2,500 for Raymond Muratalla to simply win. So the money line, ain't no money on the money line. All right. We know Muratalla is going to win. But for him to win by KO, it's plus 130 right now. For him to win by decision, it's minus 165 right now. Now, I told y'all my parlay is already in for the brother to win by KO, and that's what I'm sticking with. But right now, the sports books are giving Robeson Conceição absolutely no chance. Plus 1,400 for decision, plus 2,500 for knockout. Knockout isn't even on the menu, honestly. Those punches don't have anything on them. So, because he's landed some clean, hard shots, and Muratalla is literally walking through the shots. So, yeah, this is the definition of putting up your guard and walking through somebody. So, right now, if you go Muratalla, decision, Lamont Roach money line, you get a plus 179 for anybody that's trying to make a quick flip. I'm just letting y'all know what the lay is. All right, here we go. Beginning of the 5th round. Beginning of the 5th round, Raymond Muratalla steps into the middle of the ring with Robeson Conceição more in retreat now, fighting off of his back foot, moving laterally, stepping away, little less willing to engage with his feet planted, ready to fight and attire, so to speak. Robeson throwing combinations, but again, no snap on the shots. And Raymond Muratalla has found the distance. And so a lot of Robeson's work is falling short. Great short left hook, though, that gets in for Conceição. Muratalla responds with a combination of his own. Muratalla steps the jab to the body and steps back to get away from the return fire Conceição as he tries to return a jab of his own. Hard overhand right thrown by Conceição falls short. 1-2 by Conceição falls short. Muratalla throws a high guard, parries the jab from Conceição and presses forward. Hard right hand gets through on Conceição from Muratalla. Hard right hand. That shot was a hard shot, chat. Conceição didn't seem to have too much of a response to it, but that was a hell of a shot. Left uppercut doubled up by Muratalla. Muratalla looking to use those angles. Stab jab to the body from Muratalla. Conceição moving laterally along the ropes. As he moves and circles out, Muratalla rips a right uppercut. Looks like it glances. Triple hooks to the body from Muratalla. 1-1-2 up top from Muratalla. Conceição fighting off of the ropes right now. Looks a little tired. Winging his jab. Looking to gain some space. Throws a hard right hook. Looks like it got around the guard of Muratalla. But again, Muratalla unfazed by the shots of Conceição, and he presses forward. Conceição flicks a jab. Muratalla presses him back against the ropes. Conceição throws a 2 overhand. Muratalla again steps out of range and then immediately presses back into the ropes. A hard body shot ripped by Conceição. Looked like it may have gotten through. Muratalla still pressing forward. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the 5th round. Muratalla stepping forward. Flicks a jab at Conceição, pressing. Conceição back against the ropes again. Muratalla throws a 1-3-2 combination. Looks like one of the shots got through, but nothing significant. Robeson Conceição throws a wild overhand right from nowhere to nowhere. Lands against absolutely nobody. He smiles as he knows he whiffed. Let's see. Muratalla rolls underneath a shot from Conceição, throws a quick body shot. Muratalla shoots a hard right hand to the body, hard right hand upstairs. Conceição moving laterally, moving across the ropes. I think Conceição was either playing. Oh, hard hook combination for Conceição lands sharp on Muratalla. Muratalla steps in, throws a jab hook combination. Conceição throws his hand up in the air as to say, "This is my round." Rips 2 hooks to the body on Muratalla. Muratalla throws a jab, throws a right hand, throws a jab right hook combination. Looking to press and walk Conceição down. Conceição fighting with his hands completely down and flicking sharp combinations here and there that are landing on Muratalla, almost like lulling him to sleep, so to speak. But looks like Mannix is giving Muratalla every round so far. I don't agree. I think Conceição has earned a couple of rounds, and you can make an argument for giving him that one. But with the way Conceição's body language looks walking back to the corner, I don't know how much he's got left tonight as we approach the 6th round of a 12-round championship fight. Muratalla looking to press Conceição and potentially perhaps make him use up all of his energy. If he can wear him down fatigue-wise, sometimes you can stop a guy on straight fatigue. So we shall see. Let's check the updated sports book chat. Let's check the books. All right, so the win by knockout, Muratalla is still plus 110. So you still can make money on some 50-50 shit on Muratalla by knockout if you believe that he's actually wearing down Conceição. That's if you believe that. Now, if you don't think so, and you think Conceição got enough gas in the tank and he's fighting hard enough to go the distance, then by all means, parlay it. But here we are in the beginning of the 6th round of a 12-round championship fight, and the men meet in the center of the ring. Muratalla digs a hook to the body, steps around, pivots around Conceição. Conceição tries to rip a hook on the pivot, doesn't land. 1-2 thrown by Conceição. Hard right hand lands for Muratalla in the exchange. Conceição throwing a 1-2 combination and occasionally ripping a hook. That hook has a home on Muratalla. It just is not affecting him. It's not hurting him. Conceição seemed to have a burst of energy to begin this round, ripping the 1-2, but fighting with his hands a little lower. Kind of bringing him up when he needs to, but fighting with his hands a little lower now. So we'll see if that's real fatigue or if it's some type of a strategy. Muratalla presses forward, throws a hook to the body. Looks like it slips around the guard of Conceição. Conceição throws a hook. Muratalla rolls underneath it. Conceição rips a 1-2. Muratalla catching most of that on the gloves. Muratalla presses forward. Conceição moving laterally across the ropes. Muratalla steps forward, flicks a jab, 1-2 combination, steps back. Ooh, Conceição lands a slick uppercut in there on Muratalla as Muratalla tries to get out of range. Nice slick shot from Conceição. Conceição steps forward, flicks a jab. Muratalla flicks a jab to the body. Conceição throws a wild hook. over the top. Muratalla steps back. Muratalla presses back forward, tries to flick a jab. Conceição being very elusive, moving laterally across the ropes, rips an uppercut to the body of Muratalla. Looks like it gets in. Muratalla responds with a jab to the body. The two men clinch. All right, the referee separates the fighters. Fighters meet back in the center of the ring. Both men got their hands up. Muratalla pawing with his jab, looking for range, looking to close the distance. Conceição going from different looks, putting his hands up, feigning shots, feigning that uppercut, steps in, throws a 1-2 to the body, does Conceição. 1-1 jab to the body for Conceição. Muratalla steps in with a jab to the head of his own. 1 minute and 5 seconds left here in the 6th round. Muratalla throws a 2-punch combination caught on the gloves. Muratalla steps in with a combination, most of it caught on the tight defense of Muratalla as he tries to use his angle step around to find a home for some hooks. Muratalla steps forward, throws a hook that looks like it glances across the head of Conceição. Throws a 1-2, looks like caught on the gloves of Conceição. Conceição steps in with a 1-2, puts his hand up as to say, hey, that landed. Trying to look good for the judges. Conceição rips a hook. Muratalla steps in, throws a jab hook combination. The hook falls short. Muratalla rolls underneath a shot from Conceição, tries to come up with a hook of his own and misses. Throws an uppercut and misses. Conceição steps back and retreat, lands a jab, eats a right hand for his troubles. Muratalla steps forward towards Conceição. 20 seconds left here in the 6th round. Conceição moving laterally across the ropes. Muratalla moving delicately like a hunter the last couple of rounds as Muratalla has been in retreat but still fighting in retreat. Muratalla throws a hard right hand. Conceição throws a hard right hand to get off of the ropes. Muratalla throws a stiff jab in there to give Conceição some trouble. We're winding down to the end of the 6th round, ladies and gentlemen, and Conceição was boxing and moving that round. I don't know, man. Rashid, my dog, he said, I don't know if Conceição can keep this pace up. I don't know either, but I tell you what, he ain't look bad in that 6th round. He was getting some work done, chat. Look at that. He was getting some work done. The replay showing Conceição slipping a couple shots, landing an uppercut, landing a straight right hand to the chin. There's that sneaky uppercut I told you guys about that he landed. They're showing a replay of that. Bing, right there on the chin. He just doesn't have any power. Conceição was going in for a right hand and ate a left uppercut from hell. It just didn't have no steam on it. That's all. Supermax said, yo, respect. I'm knowing this at an extremely difficult level. You are doing a very professional call. I'm not watching the fight, but I can see it. Big ups. For sure. Appreciate you, Supermax. He said, home so great, athletic, but no sports, just hanging out. Support RSC when possible. Enough respect, dude. For sure. Appreciate you, Supermax. In Too Deep says, sup. How are you? Yep. We all good. All right. And we are beginning the 7th round. Ooh, Conceição rips a hard hook in the center of the ring. Looks like it's partially caught on the glove of Muratalla. Conceição comes out in the 7th round, ripping shots as hard as he can. I mean, some of them being caught, some of them being slipped and rolled, some of them mildly getting through, but he is ripping shots here to start the 7th round. Conceição throws a 1-2 combination. Muratalla looking like he's just gonna let him get this out of his system. Catches 2 body shots to the arms. Steps forward, presses, throws a 1-2 combination caught on the gloves of Conceição. Conceição moving laterally across the rope, steps in with a 1-2, slipped underneath is Muratalla, and the two men clinch and break on their own. Here we go. Muratalla steps forward. Conceição plants his feet, throws a 1-2-1-2 combination, then tries to end it with a hook. Some of it gets through. Nothing coincidental. Let's see here. Muratalla hunting Conceição, but not getting very much work done at the moment. It's concerning. Hook to the body from Muratalla. As he pushes Conceição back to the corner. Conceição pushes Muratalla off, and he allows it. I wouldn't if I was him, right? Keep bullying him there. Let's see. Muratalla steps forward. Conceição attempts to throw a combination, but falls short. Muratalla steps forward, flicks a 2 over the top, doesn't land. Flicks a jab at Conceição. Conceição moving laterally across the rope, smiling at Muratalla. Looks like Conceição got the 6th round from Chris Mannix. He finally gave Conceição a round. Beautiful combination from Conceição there with the hook to the body, uppercut, overhand right combination. I like it. He threw a left hook to the body, threw a left uppercut, and then came with an overhand right. Beautiful combination. He didn't land all of it, but it was really nicely put together for a guy that throws mostly 1-2s. Muratalla stepping forward, flicking his jab, but he's not working enough to me, and I feel like he may be giving away some rounds here, thinking that stalking is enough. Muratalla, that is. Conceição is punching. Everything's not getting through, but he's definitely the aggressor with these hands. 45 seconds left here in the 7th round. Muratalla throwing some overhand rights, looking to maybe land a big shot, but I think it's going to take more than a big shot to stop a Robeson Conceição. Muratalla stepping forward, flicking the jab, throwing a 1-2-3 combination. Some of it landing, some of it Robeson Conceição is out of range for. Robeson Conceição with his hands completely down by his waist, moving laterally along the ring, smiling at Muratalla as he moves his head and uses his feet to stay out of danger. Flicks a combination, does Conceição, misses both shots. Muratalla steps in with a 1-2 combination, misses both shots. He steps in with a 1-2 that's blocked. Does Muratalla. Muratalla tries again with an overhand right, throws a short left hook and a short right hook that both land on Conceição. Conceição steps out and takes a walk, moves his head, and spins back to walks back to his corner, breathing heavily but looking confident. This is a hell of a fight so far. FBA Economics 333. What's going on? They're talking to Teofimo Lopez. Let's see what bro talking about. Teofimo ain't talking about nothing, chat. I just wanted to see if he was. Bango Wolf said, you got a talent for this, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it for sure, for sure. Thought those was just morning workouts. Turned out you boxing for real. Okay, so nice by the hands. Y'all funny, chat. Y'all funny. Into Deep said he got it 5-2 Muratalla. I'm right around the same spot. Maybe even 4-3. I ain't gonna hold you. Just depend on what the judge like. Muratalla steps in. Conceição step into the beginning of the 8th round. Conceição looking to turn it into a bit of a war as he's planting his feet and lunging in with hard 1-2s. I think if Muratalla can time him and rip something that Conceição doesn't see, I think it could truly hurt the guy. But Conceição is obliging him by throwing them. Like I told you, he's a willing puncher. He's a willing fighter. He just doesn't have any power. Ripping a hard 1-2 does Conceição. Muratalla steps forward and realizes he needs to bring a little more fight to Conceição. Stepping in, getting close. I think Muratalla has had more success in the pocket, in nice and close, than Conceição has. And I think that may be where he wants to put the fight. Seems like he's not having the easiest of time getting off from the outside. I think he needs to continue to use his footwork. That is Muratalla, to slide in close to Conceição and get back to ripping those short uppercuts he was landing and those short right hands he was landing. Muratalla looking to get close stabs to the body. Conceição steps forward. Both men tie up. Referee gives both men a warning about something. I can't hear it, of course. Muratalla steps forward. Conceição fighting off the ropes a lot more the last couple rounds. But Muratalla not really being very damaging of a fighter right now, and I'm trying to figure out why. Muratalla steps in. Conceição throws a hard left hand. It looks like it might have landed on Muratalla. Muratalla standing inside, taking a little bit of damage to give some, ripping a hook uppercut combination that doesn't land. Conceição rolls underneath a hook from Muratalla. Muratalla steps forward. Looks like he shoots a soft jab, trying to find some range, rips a double hook combination, caught on the gloves of Conceição. Conceição throws the jab on his way out. Conceição steps in with a 1-2 uppercut combination. The uppercut gets through on Muratalla, but again, doesn't hurt him, but it scores. These shots are scoring. Just because Muratalla is walking through them doesn't mean that he can't be getting caught up to on the scorecards. Muratalla keep, leaving rounds close like this, and he may find himself in a position to need a knockout. So we got to see. Muratalla steps in with a hard right hand. Looks like Conceição got his head off the line. The two men tie up. Referee separates them. 34 seconds left in the 8th round. Conceição jabs to the body, throws an overhand. Muratalla steps in, shoots a right hand, steps off the line. Both men tie up. 23 seconds left in the 8th round. I'm trying to observe if Muratalla is tired or not, but he doesn't seem to be at all. I wonder why he's keeping his hands at home a little bit. He's not really being super active. Shoots a jab to Conceição, double uppercut combination thrown by Muratalla. Both of those miss, and the round comes to an end. In too deep said I can see 4-3, but I like to bring generalship. Yeah, it's one of the 4 criteria. It's one of the criteria of scoring boxing. You ain't wrong for considering generalship. Supermax said, I thought those was just morning workouts. Turns out you boxing for real. I don't know. Every time I talk about boxing, I feel like I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but maybe not. I don't know. Shit. I love this shit, though, for real. So right now, Vegas got Muratalla winning by decision for sure. They got it minus 500 for him to win by decision, plus 300 for him to win by knockout. Right now, it doesn't seem like he's breaking Conceição down enough to knock him out, but we shall see. Rashid Haynes with the Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. Got the Cash App from Rashid Haynes. I appreciate you, Rashid. Gratitude.
Classic.
Gonna play some music at the end of the fights for that. I'm going to take a brief intermission after this fight, too, in between the fights. I mean, I'm going to keep the live stream rolling, but I'm going to step away for a second for sure. Here we go, 9th round, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 9th round. Both men step to the middle of the ring. Conceição rips a double hook to the body, hook upstairs combination. Looks like 2 of the 3 shots got in. Ooh, Raymond Muratalla lands a hard 2 to the head of Conceição. Conceição stays in the pocket and is ready to exchange. Looks like he wants a war, and Muratalla is the one who doesn't want to oblige. Hard hook to the body, hook to the head combination for Conceição. Landed the hook to the body, missed with the hook to the head. Muratalla stepping forward in the middle of the ring. Conceição steps in with a hard 1-2. Missing by a mile. Muratalla looks like he's stepping in, trying to press Conceição. Conceição steps in with a hard hook, caught on the gloves of Muratalla. Short uppercut for Conceição lands. Muratalla rips 2 shots to the body that miss. Here we go. Oh, they're showing the judges' scorecards through the 8th round. Looks like Muratalla is up 79-73 on all 3 judges' scorecards. That's something new that they're doing now in boxing, where after a certain point in the fight, they will reveal the actual official scorecards. I will say this, Robeson Conceição's left eye is pretty swollen, almost to the point where it's shut. He's bleeding from the mouth, and it looks like he's giving it all he's got, knowing, because the fighters know as well, they announce the scores. So Conceição knows that he's down, and that's why he's fighting so aggressively. He understands that mathematically he is out of this fight. He needs to score knockdowns or a knockout to win this fight. And I told you Robeson Conceição would not stop trying to win, so he's trying to turn this into a war. Muratalla steps in with the jab, turns Robeson Conceição, the 2 men tie up. Robeson has been very, very aggressive this round, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has won this round, throwing a lot of hard shots. Hard uppercut to the body for Conceição. Hard overhand right by Conceição, caught on the guard of Muratalla. But he's definitely the aggressor. As he bleeds from his mouth, he is the aggressor. That straight right hand from Muratalla is catching up to Conceição, in my opinion. Muratalla looking for a home for his left uppercut. Throws a jab, right hand combination. Right uppercut slips in on Conceição from Muratalla. Conceição steps off to the side, throws a hook. Both men exchange hooks. Looks like Conceição took the worst of that. He throws another hook, though, on his way out. Conceição does. Looks like it lands, but again, Muratalla walking straight through the shots of Conceição. They're marking up his face, but he's walking right through the power or lack thereof of Robeson Conceição. Let's see. Muratalla steps forward, throws a 1-3 combination, 1-4 combination. Looks like the right hook mildly gets through. Muratalla stepping forward to end the round, pressing forward, catching the shots of Conceição while returning fire. And it's very hard to score that round. Conceição is so aggressive, it's very hard to score that round. Too Tight said 3-3-3. What's going on, champ? How you feeling, coach? Calling this fight. Lamont Roach warming up in the background. What they talking about with Lamont? Working overtime today, chat. Working overtime on the overtime. Let me see. Big Time said, I wish UFC would show the scores during the fight. Yeah, boxing don't always do it either. It just depends on when and where they fight at. It just depends. But yeah, boxing don't always do it either. It's not customary. But in some instances, it's something that's there. I mean, I've seen it done before in the past. It looks like it's a practice that they're trying to bring back and mess with a little bit. But yeah, they doing it. Too Tight said at this event, finna start these battles. I forgot they was fighting today. Okay, man, shit. Do your thing. Too Tight. Good luck with the battles. Make sure you don't take no L today, man. Go out there and kill something off. Let's see. Supermax said, can tell you love it. Also can tell you understand men like men who maintain high, tight intelligence, pugilism, correct? Code question real quick. Yeah. I appreciate disciplined people in general all together, but yeah, I definitely consider myself to be a man's man. I'm about, fundamental primitive principles of manhood for sure. Here we go. 2 minutes and 18 seconds into the 10th. Left in the 10th round. And Muratalla looking to pour it on a little bit. Conceição fighting for his life, ripping combinations, 1-2, 1-2. Some of those getting through, but again, nothing consequential. Muratalla rips a hook to the body, hook to the head, leaning on Conceição, hugging him, pushing him off. Referee separates the two. Conceição retreats. Muratalla steps forward. Conceição steps forward, rips a hook to the body of Muratalla. Muratalla does not return fire. Muratalla steps in with a hook. Conceição lands his hook first. Muratalla steps in with a double short hook to the body. Conceição comes with an overhand over the top that's rolled underneath by Muratalla. Muratalla steps forward, throws a 1-2 combination, misses the two. Looks like the one may have gotten through the guard. Short right hook for Muratalla in between in the clinch, and the referee steps in and breaks him with 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the 10th round. This looks like a round that both men are exhausted in or taking off or something, but these are the championship rounds, so I need to see something special from Raymond Muratalla after I just called him underrated. Let's go. Raymond Muratalla steps in, throws a right hand to counter Conceição, steps in, shoe shines, rips a left hook to the head of Conceição, rips 2 left hooks to the body of Conceição, steps forward as Conceição retreats. He didn't like those hooks to the body. Muratalla should spam those hooks to the body. Conceição doesn't like those. Muratalla stepping forward, framing Conceição, throwing some short scoring, just touching shots. Lands throws a left jab to the body, right hand to the chin of Conceição. Some of it looked like it's caught on a glove. Conceição moving laterally along the ropes with his hands down, covers up as Muratalla rips a combination, and then he ties up and pushes Muratalla back to the kitty corner ropes. 34 seconds left in the 10th round. Here we go. Muratalla steps forward, shoots a jab. Conceição slips that jab. Doesn't really return fire, fighting with his hands down. Conceição rips rips a hook uppercut combination. Looks like he may have scored with one of the two, but again, nothing consequential, just touching, right? Muratalla steps in, throws an uppercut hook, straight right hand combination. Looks like one of the three may have gotten through. Here we go. Very hard to see. Conceição doubles up his jab, triples up his jab. Muratalla slipping off the line, coming back with a combination of his own and ending this round like the other rounds, walking ropes and Conceição down. Too Tight said, for sure, you already know I'll be back in here. Keep the good commentary going. For sure, for sure. I done got sleepy, though, chat. I got to do something about that, chat. Do some push-ups at this intermission. Get my mind right. I'm glad y'all appreciate the fight call, though, for sure, for sure. Much gratitude. Classic. Who all in here, chat? Dump them 333s in the chat, man. Who all here? In Too Deep said Conceição legs look weak. Yeah, he definitely looked like he's tired. What Garcia saying? Hold on. So Robert Garcia is telling him, let's get him out of there. He said 2 rounds to go. Let's get him out of there. He's telling Raymond Muratalla to go for the knockout. Now, listen, if you're a betting person, it's plus 500. I got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. He's telling him to get him out of there. He said, go get him out of there. There's 2 rounds left to go. Go get him out of there. I ain't finna put no more bread on it. I already got him winning by knockout. So on my parlay. So we'll see. And it is after the 6th round, so we shall see. Here we go. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the 11th round. Ropes and Conceição still pressing forward, bringing action, ripping that double uppercut to the body head uppercut combination. Let's see. Muratalla pressing forward with his guard high, catching a lot of shots. Rips a fast combination from Muratalla. Looks like a couple of the shots may have gotten through. Slips the jab to the body of Conceição. Conceição attempts to counter. Muratalla steps out of range and then presses back forward quickly. Let's see. Robeson rips a double hook combination to the body, both caught on the elbows of Muratalla. Muratalla comes back with a combination of his own. But I haven't seen Muratalla land anything clean enough to really get a stoppage. He needs to land something really clean. Haven't seen it yet. Conceição ripping combinations. Muratalla stalking. Conceição steps forward with a double jab. Muratalla responds with a single jab of his own, throws a 1-2, throws a hard combination, ending with a hook to the body that looks like it gets through on Conceição. Jab to the rib cage of Conceição, and both men tie up. Muratalla steps in with a 1-2 combination on Conceição. Conceição returns fire with a 3-4 combination, or a 4-3 combination, I should say. Hook, right? Muratalla steps in with a 1 and an uppercut. Steps back in with a jab, 2 to the body, uppercut combination. Chris Mannix right now has the fight 99-91 for Muratalla. Interesting. Okay, Conceição steps in with a jab. Muratalla steps in with a jab. Muratalla throws an uppercut, lands on the button. 1 minute left to go in the 11th round. I don't believe this fight may end in knockout, chat. Conceição looks like he's got enough to get through another 3 minutes, and I really don't see Muratalla overly pressing the issue at all. Muratalla throws a 1-2 combination. Looks like one of the 2 shots gets through, but again, Conceição wearing these shots very well and returning fire. Sweeping hook to the body for Conceição. Combination thrown from Muratalla, ending with a hook to the body. Muratalla steps in on Conceição, looking to approach him from a different angle. Conceição moving with him to not allow him to create that angle. Muratalla steps in, throws a hook to the head combination, so a 3-4 combination, then throws a hook to the body. That combination seems to be working, but nothing consequential in regards to getting a stoppage or even a knockdown. There hasn't even been a knockdown in this fight yet, chat. So Robson Conceição has to this point proven to be just as tough as we know him to be. Being 37 years old hasn't changed anything. Muratalla rips a hook to the head of Conceição. Looks like it lands. Conceição goes on the move, and the round comes to an end. What sportsbook do you use? They don't pay me, gang. I don't want to say their name. It's green, though. It's green and white. But until they start paying me, I ain't trying to shout them out for the free ski. Let's see what Robert says. Yeah, Robert Garcia just rubbing Vaseline on Muratalla. He not even talking. So I don't know what that means exactly when your corners just don't say nothing to you at all. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button while y'all here. Make sure y'all slide to Classic Code Sports. If you're not already watching from Classic Code Sports, make sure you slide to Classic Code Sports and hit that like button and subscribe. Here we go. Beginning of the 12th round. The men touch gloves at the center of the ring, and Muratalla slaps his gloves together. Presses forward, throws a 1-2 combination that falls short. Conceição throws the same combination back and is slipped underneath by Muratalla. The 2 men temporarily clinch and then break. Conceição throws a 1-2 and eats a short hook from Muratalla for his trouble. He still comes back with another 1-2 after eating the hook. Muratalla throws a hard right hand that gets through on Conceição, throwing some hard punches, really sitting down on some of his shots here this round in the 12th, perhaps trying to get a last-minute stoppage is Muratalla. Let's see, Muratalla steps in with a jab. Conceição doubling and tripling his jab, trying to keep Muratalla at bay. Muratalla not obliging him, pressing forward with the high guard, flicking his jab. Conceição steps in with a 1-2. Muratalla steps in with a hook right-hand combination. Conceição lands 2 consequential body shots on Muratalla. Muratalla wears them well and walks forward, throws a 1-2 up against the ropes, pushes Conceição against the ropes. Referee warns Muratalla about using his shoulder, maybe, or elbow. Let's see. Muratalla steps in and jabs Conceição. Conceição returns 2 jabs back. Overhand left for Robson Conceição as he pivots out, doesn't land. Muratalla steps in and hugs Conceição, and it looks like this fight will officially smoke the parlay, chat, as I thought that Muratalla would come through and get the stoppage victory. There's 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Muratalla steps forward with the triple jab, right hand combination. Conceição throws a right hand, and the 2 men are rumbling a bit. But again, neither man is hurting the other. They tie up. The referee breaks them. 1:05 seconds left here in the final round. Conceição throws 2 pawing jabs and then rips a wild uppercut from the pit of wherever that misses by a mile on Muratalla. Muratalla steps in, throws triple hooks to the body. Someone in the crowd stands up as if something eventful is happening, but I don't see it. Unless he's waiting for the fight to the final bell to ring for a good reason. Let's see. Muratalla steps forward, shoots a jab, shoots an uppercut. Conceição lands a left hand hook. Muratalla eats it like he's been doing all the rest of the punches. Steps forward with his jab right hand. Muratalla throws a hook to the body, shoots a jab, pressing forward. Conceição shooting jabs and 1-2s. Conceição throws a 2-1 combination. Muratalla slips underneath. They temporarily hold. The referee breaks him up. Under 10 seconds left here in the second round as this fight comes to a close. In Too Deep said it's like they're slapping at each other, not really to knock each other out. Yeah, it almost looked like a sparring session. Let me leave y'all with some music right quick while we wait on the decision of the fight. I'll be right back, chat.
Yeah. Classic.
They don't like it when you got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, or farming home up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. Real life, I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside of the frame. I'ma love them from outside of the pain. That type of hate don't belong on my paint. That type of hate don't belong in proximity. Lord knows I love to match energy. Won't smoke, I know the back chimney. No hope with me once you an enemy. Well trained, I break you down clinically. BTA is my ministry. Laying that belt, laying that leather. It ain't no picks, it's with whoever. Ain't gotta like us, but you gon' respect us. Before I be soft, I'd rather be deadly. Let's get it. Since I lost Sebastian, my heart has been heavy. Hard in my heart, now it's hard to be friendly. PTSD in my arms, he was heavy. Felt his heart stop, oh my God, I wasn't ready. Couldn't even walk, his last walk was with Granny. Heard he was sick and they said it was bad. I damn that collapsed, but my legs feel like jelly. Man down, I lost my family. Therapy dog, who gon' help with my sanity now? Think I'm about vanity now. Been in the gym, I'm trying to balance it out. Managing rage, out of line, so people jumped off the page. Bad time if you really won't play. Bad time for you to play with my name. It's Candyman if you say my name. I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really classic.
So we almost about ready for the official announcement of the winner of the fight. We are almost ready for the official announcement of the winner of the fight, chat. So the two men are joined at the center of the ring. Let's see what the judges have.
Las Vegas. Let's make some noise for these two World Championship participants. They rounds here in the center of the ring.
Yeah, so they got Raymond Muratalla by unanimous decision by a landslide. 118, 110 or something like that. 119, 109, whatever the numbers work out to. But the judges had him winning practically damn near every round. So great fight by Raymond Muratalla. Well, I ain't gonna say great fight. I think he could have performed a lot better tonight, but I think this fight would definitely taught him a lot. Robeson Conceição is a very difficult fighter to fight against. Again, he is a former Olympian, and I believe he was a champion at some point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Robeson Conceição is no pushover, and he proved to be tough and durable. But Muratalla, the young, hungry champion at 135 pounds, still, in my opinion, underrated, and lessons like this are going to help him for the fights that he has to come. But at 135, I definitely feel like him and the winner of the next fight, or him and Abdullah Mason need to be next, right? They're all at 135 pounds, and those are good rumbles for all of them. Real big things coming for the 135-pound division, and congratulations to Raymond Muratalla.
You knew because of that open scoring that you were up big.
He talking about looking for the knockout. Raymond Muratalla just announced that he's moving up to 140 pounds. So just as I was setting up fights for him at 135, he's moving up to 140. But I can tell you something. I don't think Abdullah Mason's got forever to stay at 135 either. Lamont Roach seems like a guy who may be able to stay at 135 and take over the division. That wouldn't be a bad move for him. William Zepeda is a lanky fighter who probably could put some more weight on his frame. It might be Lamont Roach's world at 135 for a little while, chat. Raymond Muratalla just announced that he is definitely moving up to 140 pounds. So he'll be up there with Shakur Stevenson. He'll be up there with Gary Antoine Russell. He'll be up there with a couple of other hitters, man. We're going to see. It's some good fights up there at 140 for Raymond Muratalla, man. I'm excited. For sure, for sure. All right, y'all. You know they're going to do a full podcast in between fights. So I'm going to take a brief intermission, put some music on loop, and I will be right back. Y'all go ahead and take y'all a brief break too. We got the main event coming up, Lamont Roach Jr. versus William Zepeda. It should be a hell of an action fight. I got to go get my mind right because it's going to be probably more punches than this one for sure. So got a lot of talking to do in the next 30 minutes or so. So while they have this intermission in between fights, I'm going to take me one too. We'll be right back, chat.
Classic. I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic. Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality just back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy eights. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. But you go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown shepherd turn from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing. Ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back. I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater. I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece. Dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or a farm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, I'm gold. Used to be green, I'm gold. I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic!
Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy eights. 0 assists, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown chef return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, now I'm gold. Used to be green, now I'm gold.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy eights. 0 assists, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown chef return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, now I'm gold. Used to be green, now I'm gold.
I ain't ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, B class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Come from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt, let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal, walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, now I'm gold. Used to be green, now I'm gold.
I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality since back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, B class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You go with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Come from that creed, follow the seed. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt, let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal, walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, now I'm gold. Used to be green, now I'm gold.
trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality just back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You door with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seeds. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy to be. Thanksgiving every time that I eat. Amen. Winning every time I breathe. Might as well work cause I can't even sleep. Might as well work till the game been beat. Discovered or not, still moving elite. Discovered or not, still moving prestigious. Treating myself how I wanna be treated. Had to step away so they know that they need me. Preserving the dope, had to put it in the freezer. Return to the surface, they think I'm a sleeper. Whole time I'm a favorite, I know the procedure. Plot get thicker and thicker. The farther we go in, the waters get deeper and deeper. The harder your times, the farther the distance. These people will leave it to beaver. Nobody wanna be a cover corner, everybody wanna be a receiver. Think we got problems with choosing our leaders, that's why we got problems with moving the needle. I don't speak truth to the powers already know the truth. I'm speaking truth to the people. Sebastian Tate was already hard enough. Let's shoot him a sequel, leave no doubt. Let them know that I'm regal. God ain't make us equal. Walking to work, woman looked me in my face, told me I look like Jesus. I think she see my anointing, I think she know I'm appointed. I think she see that I'm glowing, or if I'm 100-pointer. Be moving around in these regular spots, these people be knowing I ain't normal. Be modest for real, if I wanted to, shooting percentage be looking like Jordan. Gotta keep the main thing, man on a mission, I know what's important. They told me don't stop, I was already knowing. They told me don't quit, that just show they ain't know me. Long as it's breath in my lungs, I got a habit of going and going and going. Whether I shot it or not, you gotta know that it's on me and know that it's loaded. Wait. Used to be green, I'm gold. Used to be green, I'm gold. I ain't really trying to do no hooks or none of that. I just want to get on that water, float one time. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Panoramic roof for a decade straight. Mama mentality just back in the day. I was in college hooping in crazy 8. 0-6, beat class gon' spray. I had a switch on the blick and it sound like a switch every time I let go of the gate. You door with the flick of the wrist. You ask for the time and I show you my wage. 3-3-3, I'm the captain of the team. Take it to the bank, you can follow my lead. I got the codes, I got the keys. Win, lose, or draw, you can put it on me. Full blown step return from a black sheep. Everybody take heed every time that I speak. Plays up the line, I'ma make a good read. Cut from that creed, follow the seeds. I die on my sword before the day ever come where I cower and plead. I cry to the Lord before I call a human being for a sigh of relief. I've been working and stacking and learning and growing, ain't really got time to compete. Man, I couldn't even walk just a couple months back, I'm just happy to be back on my feet. Man, they called me to see if I won't do a theater, I told them my dog gotta eat. After all, I just got back from Greece, dancing on cliffs at the side of the sea. Living the present, I'm happy. I seen people be so fickle, nothing surprised me. Double-edged sword, though, consider how you looking at everybody sideways. Shit. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain M's. Can't say the number, they applied against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard. Classic.
Appreciate y'all being patient, chat. Appreciate y'all being patient. Uncle Plug, what up? 333. FBA, what's going on? 333. What's happening? Elite Chronicles, 333. What's up? What's up? Appreciate y'all being patient. I just knew I was going to come back to nobody at all, man. Appreciate y'all. Big Time said, what sports book you use? The green and white one, the green and white one. Yep. I don't want to say their names unless they're going to come up off that. You feel me? It's business as usual. Rashad said, fire, come on, let that track play. Oh, shit, yeah. You know they doing the whole podcast. Say no more. Say no more.
I seen people be so fickle, nothing surprised me. Double-edged sword, though, cause it'll have you looking at everybody sideways. Shit. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain M's. Can't say the number, they apply against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard, long sleeve with the corduroys. Really came to get buckets. Purnell with the defense, too slick, you can't touch me. Bud Crawford on offense. I'm unassuming, but I'm really punching. Underrated, I'm starting to love it. Stacking days, I'm stacking the budget. When I win, ain't none of it lucky. Tapped in, I got it from nothing. Stay ready, preheated the oven, just did a theater. I'm still a recovery. Therapy team, they really love me. They'd kill me if they knew I was jumping. High speed chase, I had to punch it in front of thousands. I started with hundreds. Don't really see no competition, this look like a luncheon. Suggest you let me mind my business, catch you if you luncheon. They love you all these years, but at the end you wasn't nothing. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Present with poise, but I really got no chill. Far as blood, it ain't too thick to get spilled. They think I'm too cool to click, not for real. God ain't done with me yet, dog, I gotta heal. I ain't no run of the mill. Had to surround myself with steel. Yeah, I've been sharpening steel. Hard to feel hard feelings at all when I can hardly feel. Hard as hell, counting losses till you count the wins. If I could take the pain all over, swear I'd do it again. The way them hard times unlock me, little different, twin. If you don't understand my plight, then we just different men. If you can't understand my fight, then we got different hands. Yeah, different song. I'm talking about different days. I'm talking about different tribes. I'm talking about different clans. Boy, I'm sticking to the coats to the bitter end. I'ma live and die by it till I'm ashes in a can. Look around, don't know who to trust, not for real. Lately I've been paranoid, I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Classic.
All right, we got William Zepeda walking to the ring. He pretty much jogged to the ring. He didn't enjoy or embrace his ring walk at all. He pretty much jogged to the ring. I wonder what he's listening to.
He is refreshed,
Got some
and he is ready to prove with many.
Got some Mexican music playing. Rashid said, you seen T.O. and Rolly trolling the brothers during the promo earlier? Nah, I ain't see it. I'm going to tap in, though. It's on YouTube, or was it on here? It was on the broadcast. I saw them talking to T.O., but I cut it on briefly. He wasn't really saying nothing I wanted to hear, so then I just muted him back up and kept talking to y'all. But I would like to see it, though. They're very entertaining people. Yeah. Rashid, this is Rashad. See, that's why I kept saying Rashad. When you called in the other day, I got a Rashid and a Rashad. And both of y'all be in the chat on the regular. What up to both of the guys? Oh, Lamont got some fly shit on. You know I'm always going to commentate on the attire. What he coming out to music-wise? Hold on, chat. I got Roach by knockout. What up, Unc? I got Roach by stoppage. Late. Yeah, I'm not sure what song that is he coming out to. But his ring attire look vicious. He look like he ready for war. Let me see. Uncle Plug said, let's see you. I'm calling with you. Okay, bet. He said, you live with the fight or behind? No, I'm live. I'm live, Unc. I'm live. I'm locked in. Yeah, but I got Lamont winning by late stoppage. I think he tired of going to the scorecards, and I think he coming to put real punishment on William Zepeda. And we shall see if he got enough to wear this guy down, because Zepeda is a very, very durable fighter. But at the end of the day, he's still a man. He said, yeah, his fit cold. Yeah, that's your heart. What does it say? Bossy? Reaper World Order. He got that RWO on. Reaper World Order. You know, he is called Lamont the Reaper Roach. Forgive me, chat. Trying to knock out this protein cookie before they actually start fighting. You know, I got to go to the gym after this. I got to go to the gym after this. He said, let me get some fruit. Mm-hmm. Oh, he said, let me get me some fruit. Yep. Bossy Roach Jr. What's Bossy? That's the brand he got on? I ain't heard of them. Shit a little sparkly for me, chat, but it's dope nonetheless. I ain't gonna lie. I personally don't care for being bedazzled, but it has its time and place. They making the announcement now, y'all. They almost ready to rumble. It's almost that time, chat. Yes, sir. Big Time said, does a protein cookie taste good? Yeah. Depending on what flavor you get, what brand. I'll be eating Lenny and Larry's brand. They taste pretty good, and they don't load up on too much like artificial sugar and all that. I ain't trying to, I don't want to run no promo for them, but that's the brand I'll be messing with. It's better than the alternative, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Like if you need something to put on your stomach for whatever reason, it's better than grabbing like, the regular, I don't want to say brand names and all that, but you know what I mean? Might as well grab something that has some level of intention to be healthy. You feel me? That's what I'll be on. So if I want some chips, I'll grab protein chips. If I want a cookie, I'll grab a protein cookie versus just, some straight nonsense. It's all processed at the end of the day, though. William Zepeda getting announced right now, coming straight out of San Mateo and Tanico, Mexico. He looked ready for war. Honestly, I think Lamont Roach finna have his way, but we gonna see, chat. We gonna see. I might have to put a live one in. We might have to go live with this one. Live bet. Let me see. Everybody make sure you hit like and subscribe. Slide over to Classic Code Sports. Hit the like and subscribe button. Lamont Roach being announced right now.
Washington, D.C. Please open the former WBA Super.
Yeah, Lamont 25-1-3. He got 3 draws on his record. Goodness gracious. They don't want to give bro a win for nothing. They're like, you ain't lose, but you definitely ain't win. 3 draws is crazy. That means he the B-side kicking ass, and they just don't want to give it to him. But tonight, Lamont is the favorite, so no excuses there. Final instructions. These boys finna rumble, chat. Both men retreat to their corners, and they about to hit that call.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Everybody load up them sports books for the betting men. Let's see if we can get some of that live money, depending on how this thing going. First round getting ready to commence for Lamont Roach Jr. and William Zepeda for the vacant WBC 135-pound championship belt. These men finna put it all on the line. This is a title fight, ladies and gentlemen. 12 rounds or less. Let's get it. Both men meet at the center of the ring. Lamont Zepeda fights out of the southpaw stance, meaning that his jab is his right hand and his power hand is his left hand. Lamont Roach fights out of the orthodox stance, which means his jab is his left hand, his power hand is his right hand. So we will see if that proves to be an advantage for one or the other guys. Generally, the southpaw has a bit more of an advantage, but we'll see. Lamont Roach is honestly, I think he's a master boxer. I think Lamont Roach understands the sport at a very, very high level. And it's the reason why he's able to fight the way that he fights. Zepeda early coming out, throwing a lot of punches, being very active as we anticipate. Zepeda known for throwing, hundreds and hundreds of punches in a fight. So we are 45 seconds in, and Lamont Roach right now holding Zepeda a little bit at bay with just a little bit of slight movement and focus, concentration. Zepeda flicks a jab. Lamont Roach slips that jab and throws a right hand down the middle. Lamont Roach digs a shovel right hand to the gut of Zepeda. Zepeda looking for a home for his jab, throws a 2-5 combination does Zepeda. Throws a left hand and then a right uppercut. Doesn't land it, but interesting try. Interesting combination to put together. Lamont Roach looks very sharp, very focused, flicking his jab, not really landing the jab or doing any damage with the jab, but keeping William Zepeda's onslaught of offense at bay with his jab. Zepeda throws 2 punches, both caught on the guard of Roach, both men filling each other out. Minute 30 left here in the first round. Zepeda stepping towards Roach. Roach giving ground, but very calmly, very slightly, and very strategically, moving to the left and the right without taking too many steps backwards. Lamont Roach pivots out. Zepeda flicking a 1-2. Lamont Roach seeming to try to get the time in here. Every time Lamont Roach dives in, Zepeda very responsive, trying to get the counter. Let's see. Zepeda stepping in, jab, jab. Lamont Roach looking. Flicks a jab of his own. Now, one thing Lamont Roach does not have is a very long reach. Zepeda finds a home for that right uppercut, looks like it glances against Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach blocks most of the other work. Zepeda rips a short hook in there as Lamont Roach tries to throw his hook. Zepeda's hook gets there first. From the right hook gets there before the left hook does. Lamont Roach throws a hook, steps around. Zepeda steps forward, stepping forward, inching forward. Lamont Roach steps in, throws a shoe shine combination, most of it caught on the gloves of Zepeda. Zepeda steps forward. 28 seconds left here in the first round. Lamont Roach throws a 1-2 combination. Can't tell if one of those got through. Camera angle showing Zepeda. Lamont Roach stepping forward, throws a jab, nothing there, just trying to find range or hold Zepeda at bay or both. Slips a right hand in, looks like it almost gets through the guard. Zepeda throws a hard left hand that Lamont Roach slips around. Zepeda stepping towards Roach. Roach steps back, looking for some real estate and some timing. He's very focused and concentrated on Zepeda's attack. A hard right hand to the body, left hook to the head for Lamont Roach to end the round. Left hook doesn't land, but the right hand to the body did. And it's a very hard round to score for the first round. You guys tell me who you like. I'm not going to pick one for that first round. A fight is about to break out very soon, though. So it is what it is. Zepeda, again, he's known for throwing a shit ton of punches. That round he didn't. Let me hear the instructions. Yeah, so Lamont's father and trainer is telling Lamont in the corner that when Zepeda tries to dive in, make sure to hit him with the right hand. And he said keep everything fast and sharp. So he's giving them good instructions. Uncle Plug TV timing in. He said he got it 1-0 Zepeda so far. That's fair. That's fair. Sportsbook hasn't shifted just yet. They still got Lamont Roach winning. Money line -230 for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach with a hard right hand on Zepeda upside his head. Plus 500 for Lamont Roach by KO right now at the end of this round. But he landed a hard right hand upside the head of Zepeda. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second round. Zepeda throws a 1-2 combination, a 5-2 combination. Excuse me. Lamont Roach throws a 1-1-4 combination, trying to wrap that hook around the guard of Zepeda. But Lamont Roach, the man with the shorter arms, he has to use his feet to cover real estate, get his shots off, and then find an exit. That's going to be the name of the game. Or he can stay inside and bang. It's up to him. Zepeda not really letting his hands go quite as much as we're so accustomed to. He goes to throw a 1-2. Lamont Roach hits him with a check hook and steps out. Zepeda shoots a jab to the body. Looks like it falls just a little bit short. Lamont Roach sharp now. Hard right hand down the middle of Zepeda. Zepeda responds with a left hand. Doubles the left hand, throws a right hook, gets through on Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach fighting out of the corner now as Zepeda backs him into the corner, letting combinations go. Lamont Roach does not want to be in the corner. That's one thing he doesn't want. He's catching, slipping, and rolling shots, looking very sharp, very calm and poised as Lamont Roach flicks a jab forward as Zepeda rips a combination. Zepeda trying to snap that short right hook in between Lamont Roach's left hook. It's whoever's hook is going to be shorter and tighter and who has the better foot position when they throw it is what's going to tell who whose hook gets there first. Zepeda flicks a jab, Lamont catches it on the shoulder, flicks another jab, Lamont catches it on the forearm. Zepeda looking to cover ground, Lamont shoots a jab, throws a right hand down the middle, tries to throw a hook. Zepeda rolls underneath, throws a hook of his own. Lamont Roach pivots out. Zepeda steps forward, shoots a jab. Very sharp work here. Lamont throws a shoe shine combination and steps back out of range. Zepeda flicking a jab, not very responsive to that last combination from Roach. Roach digs a right hand to the body of Zepeda. Zepeda takes a step back. Referee tells him to keep him up. Just a light warning, very light warning. Zepeda flicks a jab. Lamont Roach flicks a jab. Zepeda lands a stiff jab as they exchange jabs, flicking jabs. 50 seconds left here in the second round. Lamont Roach circling out. Zepeda throws a 1-2 to the body. The 2 lands to the body. Lamont Roach throws something over the top to make Zepeda pay on the way out. Here we go. Zepeda lands a hard jab to the head of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach covers up and pivots out. Zepeda flicks another jab. Lamont Roach watching Zepeda very close. Throws a 1-1-2 combination, does Roach. All of it falls short. Throws a 1 uppercut, backhand uppercut. The 6 throws a backhand uppercut, does Roach. Looks like that may have gotten through on Zepeda as Zepeda looks to return, pushes Roach back into the corner, throws a jab hook combination. Looks like the hook may have landed on the chest of Roach. Roach composed and poised, back against the ropes, looking. Zepeda looking to ramp up the activity now. 12 seconds left here to go in the second round. Lamont Roach looking a lot sharper this round, and this may be a 1-1 fight so far. Zepeda lands a right hand. Lamont Roach slips underneath and throws a combination here down the stretch of the round, and Zepeda steps in. Lamont Roach throws a left hook to end the very end of the round. I think that's a 1-1 fight so far. Roach is on defense. Uncle Plug said, now he with it. Yeah. Shawnee said, I'm late. Who you got, Classic? I got Roach. Shawnee said, bless you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Shawnee. So, yeah. I got Roach winning the fight. Right now, I originally had Roach by knockout. Right now, it doesn't appear that he's doing enough damage early and investing enough in the body early to stop a guy like Zepeda. So maybe he has to get this one done by decision. We shall see. I haven't seen enough yet to put in a live bet, but the live bets are updated. Right now, Lamont Roach is -175. Zepeda is +135. So Vegas is starting to feel more confident in Zepeda, but I saw something different in that round. I saw Lamont looking a lot more sharper and finding a home for certain shots. That right hand is landing pretty flush, but is it enough to do enough damage to actually stop Zepeda, or is it enough to just score all night and win this fight? Here we go at the start of the third round. Zepeda comes in, ramping up the combinations right off the bat. Here he goes. He's letting you know the engine has started, the car is warmed up, and I'm about to start throwing a lot. Right now, Chris Mannix has Lamont Roach up 2-0. Lamont Roach, short, sharp left hook on Zepeda. Zepeda stepping forward, measuring his approach, hard right hand. I will say this. I believe the right hand of Lamont Roach has gotten Zepeda's respect because Zepeda is measuring his approach a bit. Zepeda throws about a 7 or 8 punch combination there. Maybe 2 shots get through, nothing damaging. Lamont Roach pivots out, brings the fight back near the center of the ring, but brushing slowly towards the corner and moving laterally across the ropes. And here comes Zepeda looking to land a hook. Lamont Roach throws a short right hand that gets there first. Lamont Roach is doing a very good job of managing distance for a man who has significantly shorter arms. He's in when he wants to be in, and he's out of range when he wants to be out. Zepeda smothering his work right now, ripping hooks to the body, hooks to the head, hooks to the body. Very muddy work, but he is working, and Lamont is not throwing very much. Lamont slipping, parrying, catching, looks for a sharp counter, misses. Zepeda ramping up now. Lamont fighting out of the corner. Lamont Roach steps in, catches a couple shots, and rips a double uppercut. Zepeda now turning on the firepower. Zepeda ripping 4, 5, and 6 punch combinations. 1-1-2s, 2-1s, 2-2-1s, 1-2-1s, doubling the left hand, varying his attack. Lamont Roach rips a hard hook, stays calm, keeps his hands high. Hard right hand lands on the pivot for Lamont Roach to get his respect. Zepeda steps forward to let him know that's not going to be enough. I'm here to keep throwing punches. Zepeda throws a hard left hand, a double left hand, throws a right hand, framing Lamont Roach, ripping hooks. Lamont Roach covering up, letting Zepeda blow his load. But what he doesn't know is Zepeda will be able to do this all night. So he has to do something offensively to stop some of Zepeda's onslaught. I believe he's looking for that moment now with wisdom and experience. There he is, punches right in between Zepeda, lands a hard left hook. But again, that's not enough to undo all the points Zepeda has scored with all these shoe shining blows. Here we go. Lamont throwing two or three, 1 or 2. Zepeda throwing 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11. And that's the name of the game for William Zepeda. So that's why I said Lamont Roach, if he wants to get a definitive decision tonight, he needs to not let it go to decision. So we shall see. If I'm Lamont Roach, I make a concerted effort to go to the body from here on out. and see if we can break this man down. Zepeda ripping hooks to the head. Lamont Roach catching shots, stepping forward, smothering shots. Doesn't seem to be bothered by the power of Zepeda, but Zepeda is dominating this round simply with sheer output. And it just is what it is. A hard right hand lands for Lamont Roach. A 2-1 combination thrown by Lamont Roach falls short. Hard hook by Lamont Roach falls short. Zepeda throws a hook uppercut that misses barely, tries to frame, throws another hook that falls short, uppercut that falls short. Lamont Roach pivots out. Zepeda, again, just throwing. He's just throwing. Lamont Roach throws a hard right hand to the body of Zepeda right at the end of the round. Zepeda breathing hard on the way to the corner, but I reckon with the way that he fights, I reckon that, you know, breathing hard is a normalcy for him, and he probably fights through that breathing pattern with that pace, right? It's the equivalent of you being out for a long jog at a high pace, and you kind of have a breathing pattern that you're comfortable with, but it is a heightened breathing pattern. So, yeah. Uncle Plug said he got a 2-1 Roach right now. Who'd you get a last round to, Plug? Did you get a last round to Roach? Because I think he got outworked. Where can I watch the Fight Classic? It's on DAZN. I know people have other means of streaming. I don't know about those, but I have the DAZN app, D-A-Z-N, the DAZN app. But it is a subscription-based app, so anybody who wants to support the call of this fight, the information to support is across the bottom of the screen. It's up to y'all. Zepeda throwing powder puffs. Yeah, he's throwing and he's scoring, and Lamont's not throwing back. As you can see, all the highlights in between this round are all Zepeda highlights. Uncle Plug said he got a 2-1 Roach. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see what's going on. And we begin the fourth round. This fight is moving along rather quickly, chat. Here we go. Roach steps in with a hard right uppercut to the body of Zepeda. Zepeda rips 2 hooks to the body of Roach. Roach keeping his guard nice and tight, catching a lot of shots on the arms and the gloves. And Roach now just going downstairs. Another hard uppercut to the body. Zepeda, again, shoe shining, throwing hooks up against the gloves of Roach. Hard hook to the body for Zepeda gets through on Roach with that right hook to the body. Zepeda pawing with the jab. Roach comes through with a 2-1-2 combination. Throws it. Okay. Zepeda steps in with an uppercut, overhand uppercut combination, mixing up his shots. Roach keeping a high, tight guard, blocking a lot of shots. But again, Zepeda's being very active. Referee steps in, warns Zepeda about using his shoulder. That's boxing, though. Lamont Roach catches Zepeda with a check hook as he dives in. I think that's a money shot, much like Floyd used against Ricky Hatton. We'll see if he spams that shot. 1-2 lands for Lamont Roach as Zepeda tries to step in. Lamont Roach now using his backhand to establish a gun line on William Zepeda as he tries to dive in. He's putting a stiff backhand right on the line of Zepeda, and if Zepeda's not moving his head, he's going to eat that shot all night as he has been thus far. 1:35 seconds left here in the fourth round, and these gentlemen are rumbling. Lamont Roach giving some ground. Both men throw the same shot, hook to the body with the lead hand. Looks like both of them glance across each other, nothing damaging. All right, the both men briefly clinch and break. Here they are in the middle of the ring. Lamont Roach here with his flicks a jab at Zepeda. Zepeda parried on the glove. Lamont flicks another jab at Zepeda. Zepeda throws a left hand. Then he throws a right jab at Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach throws a right hand and a left hand, and a hard right hand lands for Lamont Roach. And he has to stop watching his work. Every time Lamont Roach lands a super hard right hand, he wants to take a second and watch his work, and Zepeda fires shots right back. Lamont Roach has some serious bleeding from the nose, but he looks very composed. Okay, fighters have good poker faces. He is a tough guy, and he's very durable. But this fight is getting close, and this fight is ramping up. This is the war that I thought that it would be. Lamont Roach no longer ready to box. He slaps his gloves together, steps forward into the phone booth, rips a 1-2 on Zepeda. 35 seconds. Lamont Roach digs 2 hard hooks to the bodies of Zepeda. Zepeda pushes Lamont Roach back with his body, steps in and rips 2 hard hooks to the body of his own. Throwing an overhand, Lamont Roach stepping out, using his legs to make some of these shots go awry for Zepeda. Zepeda getting some short work in, not anything too damaging, but again, a myriad of punches coming from all different angles. Let's see here. Lamont Roach throws a combination, a 3-2 combination. Zepeda responds with a left hand to the body. It looks like it gets through. Lamont throws a hard right hand, gets through on the forehead, doubles the right hand, gets through again on Zepeda. Here we go. Zepeda stepping forward, looking to let his hands go. Lamont flicks a jab, double jab to end the round. And we go to the end of the round. How did you have that one? In Too Deep has a 1-2 Zepeda. Uncle Plug has a 2-1 Roach. How did you guys score that last round? This fight is warming up. Let's see what Lamont Roach Sr. has to say in the corner. Vegas officially has Lamont Roach losing. Vegas has minus 230 money line for William Zepeda. Vegas thinks the fight is shifting in favor of Zepeda. So if you want to get some Lamont Roach money, probably if this round doesn't go well, the next round will be the time to bet. But Zepeda looks like it's starting to get a little good to him. So Lamont got to make some adjustments. Lamont looks very focused, though. He doesn't look out of it at all. Here we go, starting the fifth round. 2 minutes and 54 seconds into the left in the fifth round. Here we go. The two men fighting. Lamont Roach deals a right uppercut to the body. Zepeda throws a left hook. A left hand right uppercut combination. Here we go. Lamont Roach throws a right hand down the middle, double right hand down the middle, touches with the left hook just to turn the corner. Nothing really crazy. Doesn't sit on the shot. Hard right hand down the middle, left hook combination for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach touching with shots. Zepeda steps in, throws an uppercut, catches Lamont Roach bending down. Looks like Lamont felt that punch. Zepeda now starting to throw the punches where Lamont Roach is going. I will say this, Zepeda is showing some IQ in this fight. I believe his loss to Shakur Stevenson may have taught him a lot because he looks fairly impressive in this fight. Lamont Roach rumbling with Zepeda now, like he knows how to do. Zepeda looks like he has successfully pulled Lamont Roach into a war. As they exchange hooks, Lamont Roach gets the worst of that exchange, but he steps forward to close the distance with his guard high and tight. Lamont Roach may need to go for what he knows, get back into his high guard, catch and shoot offense that he has mastered so well, and be the person that got him here. That may be his best chance to win this fight. Hard right hand for Lamont Roach. He steps in. Zepeda steps in to oblige him. He steps in, throws a left hook to the body. Lamont Roach throws a right hook to the body as they exchange. William Zepeda pushes him off to create some space, throws a right hand to the body of Roach. Roach throws a right hand up top. Zepeda steps in, throws a right jab, left hand, right jab again, touches Lamont Roach on the forehead, nothing consequential but a scoring blow. Lamont Roach flicks one right hand, slips under a left hand of Zepeda, pivots out, the fight gets back to the middle of the ring. Lamont Roach throws a 1-2, nothing on it, but just a touch. A hard right hand by Lamont Roach, looks like it may have gotten around the guard of Zepeda. Zepeda throws a 1-2, slipped underneath by Lamont Roach. Chris Mannix Jr. now has this fight even, 2-2. Lamont Roach throws an uppercut, short uppercut on Zepeda. Zepeda ripping combinations along the ropes, looks like one of the 3 or 4 shots gets through. Hard hook lands for Zepeda there as they create a little bit of space. Here we go. Zepeda throws a 1-2 combination. Lamont responds with his own 1-2. Zepeda throws a 1 and a hook to the body and another hook to the body. Both of those hooks to the body landed on Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach rips a right hand to the body of his own. Both men making an effort to the body. Wouldn't be surprised if these guys are exhausted in the 10th, 11th, and 12th round if it should go that far. Lamont Roach throws a right hand, lands, doubles the right hand, lands again, throws a right hand left hook combination that misses. Zepeda sends him with a left hand back to where he came from. Lamont Roach steps in, doubles the jab. 20 seconds left here in the 5th round. And this fight is getting good. Here we go. Lamont Roach flicking his jab. Zepeda flicks his jab. Lamont Roach giving a little bit of ground, flicks a right hand. Zepeda stepping forward. Lamont Roach flipping a right hand and trying to find range. Throws a hard right hand. Zepeda lands a left hook. Zepeda throws a left hook to the body. Lamont Roach looks like he may be breaking down a bit. End of the 5th round. Can't tell if Lamont Roach is breaking down or warming up, but either way, I think Zepeda has taken control of the fight, at least for the time being. How do y'all see it, chat? Uncle Plug said it's a lot of shit that Zepeda is throwing, but it ain't landing. So he's throwing a lot of punches in volume, but they have no effect. But Roach's counters is smacking. In Too Deep said, this reminds me of when he fought Pitbull Cruz. And if he keeps fighting this way, he's going to look like a draw or a loss, not a win. He needs a knockout to get respect again. Yeah, but I don't know if he can knock this guy out. The reason why I'm saying that is because he's hit William Zepeda with some of his best shit, and Zepeda just ate it and kept coming. So, I mean, I don't know if he can knock him out without digging to the body. Recklessly dig into the body. He got to get carried away to the body if he want to stop Zepeda. I'm talking about he might need to spend the whole next 2 rounds just downstairs. Look like the chat all got it the same. 3-2 Zepeda thus far. Here we go to start the 6th round. Sportsbook got it wide for Zepeda right now. Zepeda stepping in. Got Lamont Roach fighting off the ropes for the time being. Lamont Roach pivots out, bringing the fight back to the center of the ring, shoots a jab. Zepeda responds with 2 or 3 punches. Lamont Roach throws a right hand underneath to the body. Referee gives him a light warning to keep the shots up. He's slipping and rolling a lot of Zepeda shots, catching a lot of stuff on the gloves. I think slipping and rolling benefits you a lot more against a volume puncher. You don't want this guy to look like he's landing anything. Sometimes catching a lot of shots on the gloves, even when a guy's throwing 4, 5, and 6 of them, you might catch all of them. But because he's making contact with your physical body, it looks a certain way to the judges. So Lamont looked like he very much in the fight. Throws a right hand down the pipe. Throws another right hand down the pipe. He's got a home for that right hand. Spam it. If I'm Lamont Roach, I make him fix that right. I make him do something about my right hand. Every time Lamont Roach flicks that right hand down the middle, he lands it. You know what I mean? So if I'm him, I'm setting it up 30 different ways, but I'm ending every combination with a right hand right down the middle. That's his money punch. William Zepeda has found a home for that uppercut as Lamont Roach likes to dip down to his side, and he's spamming that. So, do what's working. Another right hand for Lamont Roach. Again, William Zepeda comes back with a jab. Lamont Roach throws another right hand. Fuck it. Break your right hand on his face. You know what I'm saying? I would spam it. I'll leave out of there with a swollen right hand. Spam it. You know what I'm saying? Minute 23 left here in the 6th round. Zepeda has Lamont Roach up against the ropes. Again, throwing a lot of shoe shine punches, a lot of busy work, a lot of soft hooks, mixing up. Lamont Roach, 2 hard hooks on the inside, very, very tight in close quarters, and he steps out on Zepeda. Good work right there. Hope the judges were able to see that work. That was really short, sharp work right there. Lamont Roach using his jab now, maintaining some distance as Zepeda tries to close the distance and continue to throw in bunches. Lamont Roach finding himself, hard right hand by Lamont as he steps over. Good shot right there. Zepeda throws a 1-2 combination, and the men temporarily tie up. Referee breaks him up. 45 seconds left. Lamont Roach bounces in the center of the ring. Zepeda covers the ground to close the distance. Zepeda steps forward. Lamont Roach retreats back to the ropes. Not quite on the ropes, but right up against them. Okay, Zepeda. Hard left hand landed by Lamont Roach. I told you that check left hook, much like Mayweather against Ricky Hatton, is there. The check left hook and the straight right hand, those punches are there. I think he needs to spam those shots and dig to the body in between time if he wants to win this fight. Lamont Roach has some money punches that he can go to. He's not using them enough. Throws a hard right hand and pivots out. Again, the right hand lands. Zepeda just working, just busy, just working. If the judges can see who's doing the cleaner work, I understand where Uncle Plug TV is coming from. If the judges are just judging who's trying the hardest, then William Zepeda is up by a mile. So we shall see, chat. Right now, betting odds wide open. Lamont Roach to win by decision plus 500, to win by knockout plus 1,800. William Zepeda minus 700 money line, decision minus 200, knockout plus 300. The draw plus 400. So y'all figure it out, chat. Y'all figure it out, chat. Uncle Plug said he got a 3-3. You gave Lamont that round, huh? Okay. He was sharp that round. We gonna see. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they showed us the corner talking in between every round. I don't need to see what fighters are at the fight. I do not care. The fighters meet in the middle of the ring for the 7th round. Lamont Roach with the left hook lands flush on Zepeda. Telling you, that left hook is landing, brother. That left hook lands flush. He pivots out, throws a right hand, lands on Zepeda. Zepeda throws a 1-2. Roach slips underneath, fighting off of the ropes, catches a jab on the gloves, catches another jab on the gloves, does Lamont Roach as Zepeda looks for an opening. Slips a jab and rips a right hand of his own. Zepeda responds with a 1-2 combination, mostly caught on the gloves. Again, Lamont Roach slipping and catching a lot of shots, but Zepeda's so busy, it just looks like he's winning, even if he's not doing anything of consequence. Let's see here. Lamont Roach steps forward, flicks a jab. Chris Mannix has the fight 58-56 in favor of Zepeda right now. He's giving Zepeda the last 4 rounds in a row. Lamont Roach slipping, rolling, brings the fight back to the center of the ring. Zepeda stepping forward. Lamont Roach flicking some jabs. Zepeda steps forward, throws a 1-2, misses by a mile. Lamont Roach steps out of range. Lamont lands a stiff jab, steps off. Zepeda responds with 4 punches. Lamont throws a right hand in between, lands. Zepeda again trying to throw, lands a hard right hand. Does Lamont Roach. Zepeda lands a hard left hand in return. Lamont Roach flicks a jab. Zepeda steps forward, flicks a jab, throws the left hand underneath. Looks like it may have gotten through on Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach pivots out. Roach steps forward, steps back. Zepeda covers the ground, trying to keep the fight nice and close. Lamont Roach steps forward with a jab just to create some separation. Steps in with a jab, right hand to the body, sweeping right hand to the body. Nothing consequential. Zepeda steps forward, looking for an opportunity to let another myriad of punches go. A hard right hand missed by Lamont Roach. A left hand landed by Zepeda. Great counter punch by Zepeda. Lamont Roach looks at him, pokes his lip out like, good shot. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Lamont Roach steps off to the side. Zepeda lands a hard jab on Lamont while he's on the move. Lamont steps in with 2 jabs of his own, falling short. Zepeda throws a short left hand to the body of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach steps forward, slips and rolls underneath a couple of shots from Zepeda, throws a right hand and a left jab from Roach again, looking to push Zepeda away from the ropes. 2 hard shots landed by Zepeda flushly on the head of Roach. Roach wears them well, but they landed flush. He caught Lamont with his hand down, and landed 2 shots in the same spot upside the temple. Zepeda steps in with a left hand, right hand combination. So a 2-1 combination, steps in with a jab, uppercut combination, another jab, uppercut combination. Lamont Roach steps in with a hook right hand combination that lands plush on Zepeda, and these men are rumbling. 27 seconds left in the 7th round. Lamont Roach throws a hook and steps over, steps forward. Zepeda looking to step in, throw some more punches, steps in with a jab. Lamont Roach pivots out, changes the angle, jab from Lamont Roach. Zepeda flicks a jab back in return. Here we go. Lamont Roach hands high. Zepeda rips a hook underneath the guard of Lamont Roach to the body. Lamont Roach has to stop crouching down to his right. He steps over, throws an uppercut. There we go. Throws a right hand. Does Lamont Roach, misses by a mile. The uppercut may have gotten through. They round ends right there. Zepeda breathing very hard. But again, I think he works through breathing like that. I think this is just how he works. KBIS said, let's go. In Too Deep says Zepeda is controlling the ring. That's the reason why you're going to get a little bit of a difference. And I need to see the hits versus misses. Yeah. It's a lot of muddy work, but most of the work is being done by Zepeda. So I don't think we see a knockout here. Kevin Durant at the fight yawning. He's sleepy. I feel you, KD. I understand, brethren. Betting odds have updated. They got William Zepeda minus 900, minus 1,000. They say Zepeda can't lose. At the start of the 8th round, I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I don't see very much room for any live betting. I think the sweet spot would have been to catch Zepeda while he was still on the plus side. Or you could bet on Lamont Roach sweeping the rest of these rounds and winning the fight clean. But we shall see. 8th round, 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. Lamont Roach flicks a right hand, falls short. Zepeda steps in with a right hand, left hook combination. Right hand up top, left hook to the body for Zepeda. Lamont responds back with a couple of flicking jabs. Lamont throws a 1-2 combination. Zepeda throws a jab. Zepeda throws a 2-1 combination, then rips a hook underneath to the body of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach throwing his left hook over the top. But again, the output. So Zepeda rips a hook underneath. Lamont Roach catches it on the elbow. Lamont steps forward, throws a right hand, just touches Zepeda. It lands, just touching. Every time he needs to sit on some of them right hands, but I understand why he changes the power up on the shot. Because then sometimes when you sit on the shot, when you've been just touching with it, it stuns your opponent a little differently. See how he whips a right hook around the corner, barely missing. Zepeda throws 2 body shots. Lamont Roach responds with 2 body shots of his own. Zepeda steps in with a double jab body shot with the left hand. Lamont Roach rips a right hand upside the head of Zepeda. Zepeda throws a right hook, misses as Lamont slips underneath. He slips a short jab in after Lamont slips. Lamont covering up, stepping forward. He's here to fight. But again, the output, hard right hand, Zepeda steps out of range. 1 minute, 12 seconds left here in the 8th round. Lamont Roach steps forward, throws a 4 or 5 punch combination. Some shots got through, all of them more so shoe shine shots than anything consequential. Lamont steps in with a 1-1-2 combination. Zepeda responds with a 2-1 combination. Lamont throws a double left hook combination and pivots out to the center of the ring. Lamont throws a right hook to the body, left hook to the body. Zepeda steps back to create distance. Zepeda steps in to cover the distance, throws the left hook to the body. Lamont Roach ties up. 45 seconds left in the 8th round. Zepeda in complete control of the fight right now, in my opinion. opinion, throws a right hook to the head of Lamont. Lamont throws a right hand. I don't think Lamont has any power left on his shots, in my opinion. Lamont steps in with a 2-punch combination, falls short as Zepeda steps back. Zepeda steps back in to close the distance after making him fall short, throws a hook to the body, pivots out, throws a left hand to the head of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach steps in with a double jab, throws a right hand to the chin of Zepeda, throws a right hook to the body of Zepeda. Zepeda comes with a left hook to the body of his own. Let's see here. Roach steps forward with a left hook right hand. Zepeda meets him with a left hand of his own. Both men posturing. Zepeda looks to step forward. Zepeda doesn't look as winded after that round. Looks like he's catching his second or third or fourth win, however that works. Let's see. Uncle Plug says Zepeda. Uncle Plug said he'll never get the rematch with Tank. Let's see. Original American says Shawnee Boom in his glasses. At Shawnee Original American. What y'all talking about? At Shawnee Boom in his glasses. What y'all talking about? Uncle Plug said, forgot about that rematch with Tank. It's over with. Oh, forget about the rematch with Tank. I mean, I don't think he was basing his whole career off getting a rematch with Tank, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Lamont still got a lot of really good fights that he can get, even if he should fall short in this one. And that's just what it is. Like, he can still get the Abdullah Mason fight at some point after getting a couple wins. He could still probably get a Raymond Muratalla fight at some point after getting a couple wins. Like, I don't think losing this will put him completely out of the fold, but we shall see. We got rounds left. 9th round, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Here we go. Both men meet at the center of the ring. Lamont Roach stepping in, looking like he ready to boogie. I'm sure his dad gave him some honesty in the corner, and so now he finna have to fight a little bit. Lamont Roach mixing it up. Zepeda lands a hard hook. Lamont gets a hard hook in there. Lamont lands a short right hand. Zepeda lands a hook, throws a hook right hand combination, falls short. Lands a jab as Lamont Roach tries to get his right hand off. Great timing in between there. Zepeda ripping the jab, throwing a left hand, left hook to the body of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach licks his tongue out and steps forward. Lamont trying to catch and shoot now, but he needs to get just a little bit closer, right? He can't be on the end of Zepeda's punches because he won't be close enough to land his own. There's a reach difference here. Here we go. Zepeda and Roach in the center of the ring. Roach looking to cover some real estate. Right hand, left uppercut combination for Roach. The left uppercut finds a home. Zepeda changes the level, looks to dip down a little bit and feints with his jab. Roach still flicking the jab, keeping the jab in his face. Throws a touching right hand. 2-1 combination for Roach. Stepping forward, pawn with the jab, looking to see if he can get some more work done. Hard right hand to the body for Roach. Slips through. Zepeda throws a left hook over the top that Roach rolls underneath. He throws a left hook to the chest of Roach that gets through. Left hook to the body of Roach that gets through. Left hook to the head of Roach that glances by. Roach nods his head in agreement. Lamont Roach looks to counter with a right hand over the top. Licks his tongue out again. Zepeda framing with his right hand and then throwing uppercuts with his left hand to the body. Great framework. Again, something he probably picked up in his loss to Shakur Stevenson. Left hook to the body by Lamont Roach Jr. Zepeda throws left hook to the body of his own. Chris Mannix right now has this fight 78-74, and essentially if Lamont Roach doesn't clearly win this round, he will be in a situation where he needs a knockout to have an opportunity to win this fight, according to Chris Mannix's scorecard. Now, Chris Mannix is not an official judge. Here we go. 1 minute left in the 9th round. Zepeda pouring on the punch output. Lamont Roach keeping his hands high and tight, but losing on sheer volume, in my opinion. Even though he's slipping, rolling, and catching a lot of shots, it's just not enough return fire from him for you to convince me that he's taking these rounds, right? He needs to score a knockdown or something of the sort. Let's see here. Zepeda steps forward with a 7-8-9 punch combination where Lamont Roach pivots out, slaps his gloves together, keeps his hands nice and tight, and he's again looking for answers, I believe. 25 seconds left here in the 9th round. Lamont Roach throws an overhand right. Looks like it grazes across the head of Zepeda. Zepeda ripping body shots, pivoting off to the side, ripping more body shots. Lamont Roach throws a 3-punch combination in return, all caught on the gloves of Zepeda. 10 seconds left here in the end of the 9th. Lamont lands a right hand down the middle. Left hook lands for Lamont Roach as he pivots out. Then he misses with another left hook. Let me see here. Zepeda steps toward him to end the round, and the round ends right there. It's not looking good. I had Lamont Roach winning this fight, but it's not looking good. In Too Deep said 6-2 Zepeda. Uncle Plug said, forget about that rematch with Tank. Uncle Plug said, no, I'm just saying that he's not a draw. he's not going to draw any attendance for a pay-per-view event with Tank. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be real with you, Unc. I think he been long past the Tank rematch though. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's still like a thing in general. Like no, because nobody, if you think about it, nobody was looking for them to fight the first time. So I don't know that anybody is necessarily looking for them to fight again, especially since he's had 2 draws since. Trying to see what his dad just told him, chat. Hold on. His dad told him that he going to have to stop taking so many steps back. He going to have to stay in there, and he told him he's going to have to punch with him. So we'll see if Lamont Roach employs that strategy, and we'll see if it pays off in any way at all. Terrence Crawford is speaking now. Let me see what he's saying. Terrence Crawford is giving good boxing advice. He's saying Lamont Roach needs to be going to the body and stepping around and keeping his hands up, which is what I also said. I said that he needs to make a legitimate, damn near exclusive body attack, but it's too late in the fight for that now. It won't pay dividends at this point, at least not enough to change the outcome of this fight. He needs a knockout, and that's just what it is. Here we go. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the round 10. The men are in the center of the ring. Well, not anymore. Lamont Roach backs up into the corner. Zepeda throws a 1-2, just touching. Throws a 1-2 again, just touching. Lamont flicks a hard jab. Looks like he's trying to slip a jab and come with a right uppercut. Falls short, does Lamont. Roach throwing some shoe shine punches. But again, needs to land something of consequence. Damn near needs to walk Zepeda into a shot. You know, he needs to set the perfect trap at this point in time. Lamont steps forward, throws a combination. Zepeda is starting to get Lamont's timing a little bit as well. When Lamont steps in to try to throw combinations, Zepeda will retreat just enough for Lamont's work to fall short, and then he will step back forward to engage. Hard left hand lands on Lamont Roach from Zepeda while they exchange. Lamont Roach flicks a right hand. Zepeda flicks a double jab, then rips off 6, 7, 8, 9 hooks and straights. Can't even call them all out. Left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook, straight left hand, right hand, straight left hand, hook. So those shots are not all landing, but he's ripping these shots. Some are getting through, some are getting caught on the gloves, and most of them getting caught on the gloves. But again, no return fire in that moment, and that gives Zepeda the advantage in the round. Lamont Roach starting to complain about some of the body shots being low. Very subtle complaint, but a complaint indeed. That means they're starting to add up. Lamont flicks a right hand that touches Zepeda, but again, don't know that his shots have any mustard left on them. He's still in the fight. He's still in shape enough to be on his feet and focused and standing in front of Zepeda, ripping shots with some level of speed, but these shots don't have the same zip or snap that they had, you know, a few rounds back from Lamont Roach Jr. Here we go. Zepeda steps in with a jab. Zepeda looks like he's just now really getting warmed up, and we're in the 10th round. And that lets you know what type of motor this man trains to have. So, again, a high motor in boxing is probably one of the best skills you can have if you got to pick a bag of attributes. Ooh, hard right hand lands for Roach, but again, Zepeda eats it. No big deal. The round comes to an end, and we are heading into the 11th. Again, I don't believe there's any good live bets to be made here. Uncle Plug has a 7-3 Zepeda at this point in time. And we are winding down. We are winding down. I'll tell you what, though, this is a hell of a rumble. What y'all think, chat? This is a hell of a rumble. We not sitting here talking about guys fainting, posturing, fainting, looking, jab, looking. Like these boys throwing.
Classic.
And we knew it would be this way. I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to retract my statement of calling Zepeda cheeks. You know, I've seen him fight what? This is probably like my 5th Zepeda fight that I've seen. And up until this point, I was like, man, Zepeda cheeks, bro. But I can literally see the improvements that Zepeda gained. I can see the improvements that Zepeda gained from going 12 rounds with Shakur Stevenson. Like, legitimately, I can see it. And not that he wasn't all right before then. I was calling him cheeks for the level that he's on, not necessarily in general. But he's showing me some shit tonight, and I'm impressed. I will say that. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the 11th round, as nothing consequential has occurred thus far. Again, I don't think either man has the power to knock the other one out at this point in time. Zepeda ripping the hook combination, 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, upside the head of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach bleeding heavily out the nose at this point in time, which means he's probably doing some breathing out of his mouth. Doesn't look like it, but he may be breathing out of his mouth at this point because his nose looks pretty bloodied up. Lamont flicks a right hand uppercut combination, right hand uppercut, snaps Zepeda's head back. Zepeda comes right back with a left hook to the body of Lamont Roach. Then he throws a straight left to the body of Roach, comes with a right jab up top on Roach, throws another jab up top on Roach, flicks another jab to Roach. Roach steps forward with a high guard, throws a left hook right hand combination. Zepeda steps forward with the right jab. Roach throws a 1-2 combination very quick. Zepeda responds with a jab hook combination. Roach throws a straight right hand hook combination. Both men throwing soft shots, just simply touching. These men are doing a very good job of shoe shine to the body for Roach, and then goes with a hard left hook up top. Both men exchange right hands. Roach threw a backhand right hand. Zepeda throws his right jab. Both men exchange those punches. Lamont Roach steps in, throws a 1-2 combination. Slips and throws another 2 combination. Zepeda stepping forward, doubling his jab to close the real estate. Very determined to get there with his jab. Is William Zepeda. Roach throws a hard right hand to the body. Zepeda throws a hook that Roach rolls underneath, then flicks a jab into Roach's face. Roach steps forward, flicks a jab, throws a right hand. Looks like the second right hand gets home as he doubles it up. Zepeda spins out or circles out. Their fight is in the middle of the ring. Notice now that Lamont Roach is giving less ground, the fight is staying in the middle of the ring a lot more. William Zepeda is willing to meet you there and stay there. Roach was using a little bit more movement. Maybe he saw it to be necessary, but sometimes you have to be who you are and just be amazing at who you are. I like catch and shoot on the inside Lamont Roach, and I think Zepeda would have obliged him in that fight. And I don't know that Lamont doesn't outshoot him in that fight, but we won't see now. Lamont stayed on the outside probably a bit too much tonight. He's having a little bit more success as he gets more aggressive, but is it enough? And I would have to say no as the 11th round comes to an end and we head into the 12th. Shout out to Uncle Plug being here with me on the fight call. Make sure you guys catch 1181 Pressure Plays by Uncle Plug and Souls of Thought tomorrow at what time y'all going on? 2 p.m. Put it in the chat so I can show everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button while y'all here as well. Let me see what Lamont Roach Sr. is saying. Yeah, Lamont Roach Sr. just told Lamont Roach Jr. you have to stop him. So he letting them know, man, you need a knockout to win. That's the situation that we in. So we will see what that looks like as Lamont Roach Jr. comes out for the 12th and final round to try to go for the gold. You know what I'm saying? All the live betting is off. If you want to bet on Lamont Roach Jr. right now, you just got to bet straight money line. Hope he go in there and land a lucky one. All right, chat? That's just what's going on. So Lamont Roach Jr. steps to the middle of the ring. Zepeda steps in, throws a 3-punch combination. Lamont returns fire with just one hard shot, a right hand. Lamont Roach stepping forward with a high guard. Zepeda shoots a jab, right jab, left hand combination from Zepeda. Lamont responds with a 1-2 of his own. Both men exchange hooks. The right hook for Zepeda and the right hook for Lamont. Let's see here. Roach steps forward with a left hook and falls short. Zepeda steps out, shoots a flicking jab. Lamont flicks a jab. Lamont throws a hard right hand. Zepeda steps forward with 3 or 4 jabs. Zepeda throws a right hook just to touch Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach steps over, steps in with a left hook, misses by a mile as Zepeda steps out of range. Zepeda gives him a jab on the way out for his troubles. Minute 56 left here in the 12th. Lamont Roach not fighting like a man possessed, not fighting like he absolutely needs to score a knockout. Right uppercut, short right uppercut lands for Lamont Roach, but one punch is not going to do it for Lamont Roach. We don't know how much gas he has in the tank. Maybe he doesn't have it in him to put on an onslaught right now, and so he has to try to find a moment. Lamont Roach attempts to pull down the guard of Zepeda to sneak a right hand in. Looks like Zepeda doesn't really go for it. Zepeda stumbles back after being hit with a short jab from Lamont Roach. He's not hurt, just off balance. Lamont Roach lands a right hand, left hook combination. Zepeda flicks a jab in his face and steps forward, throws a left hook of his own to Zepeda. Right jab of Zepeda. Double jab from Lamont Roach and a muddy right hand thrown up the middle. Doesn't look like it lands on anything significant. Roach steps in with a left hook to the body, right hand combination. Then throws a left hook to the body, uppercut combination. Both of those miss. Zepeda steps forward with the double right jab. And the fight is still in the middle of the ring. We are under a minute left in the fight. Roach steps over and rips a right hand up top to Zepeda. Steps in, throws a jab to Zepeda. Steps in, throws a 1-2 on Zepeda. Doesn't land. Zepeda responds with a counter left hand that lands flush on Lamont Roach. Nothing consequential but a scoring blow. Lamont Roach throws a hard left hook to the head of Zepeda. Lands, but again, nothing significant. I think these shots no longer have any pop on them. Zepeda flips a shot to the head, shot to the body, shot to the head. Just touching Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach stepping in, ripping hooks, stepping in, ripping hooks. 20 seconds left here in the 12th round, and we will see if Lamont Roach is willing to go out on his shield. Is he going to throw a couple of haymakers in the building? Let's see here. He shoe shines a little bit, goes to throw a hook, steps underneath. Zepeda touches him again with a jab. Zepeda throws another left hook that lands on the head of Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach Jr. covers up as the fight comes to an end. The men exchange hooks. Referee ready to jump in, and the fight is over. Yes, sir. What a rumble.
Classic.
What a rumble. But listen, man, it's a beautiful thing to see the fights, right? We can never shame. Yeah, Uncle Plug and Souls of Thought will be going on. 1181 Pressure Plays. That's their sports show. Tap in with Uncle Plug TV. Make sure you hit subscribe to catch them on Sunday afternoons with their sports show. Football season is ramping up, and I'm sure they're going to do a deep dive into it. Into Deep said he had a 9-2 Zepeda, so I'm assuming he probably has a 10-2 Zepeda. Uncle Plug said 1181 Pressure Plays from the Bayou to the Turf. That's the name of their sports show. Uncle Plug said 8-4 landslide. Yeah, I think the outcome of this fight is definitive.
Classic.
Lamont Roach looks like he knows that he fell short tonight, and we will see. I'm sure Lamont Roach is a class act. I'm sure that he will endure defeat with grace and elegance and class. You know what I'm saying? And Zepeda looking very emotional as he is looking like he's about to become the vacant WBC world champion. Now, he just fought for that belt against Shakur Stevenson, where he was outpointed and lost on unanimous decision. But he comes back and fights for the vacant belt that Shakur leaves behind as he's up at 140, and the WBC is not rocking with him, or they're not rocking with each other. And so Zepeda gets another shot, and it looks like this time he was able to capitalize.
Classic.
So as we wait for the final decision, everybody here pretty much thinks Zepeda won, huh? Understandable. Hey, y'all, I had a lot of fun on my stream earlier. It's been a while since I did, like one of my normal regular shows, reacting to Danica and them and all that. I had a lot of fun earlier, man. I hope y'all was able to tap in. If you didn't catch my live stream earlier on the Classic Codes, go back and tap in to that. It was a heck of a show. We had some good conversation. The chat was all the way on point. Very, very enjoyable stuff. Looks like we're getting close to the decision, y'all. Almost there. And then we're going to wrap it for the night. I got to go to the gym for Midnight Madness. I might take a nap before Midnight Madness, but I will be in the gym. So look for your notifications if you up late. Some people are, late people. They stay up super late. So if you stay up late, I will be in the gym streaming sometime between now and probably, I'm on Central Time, chat. So it's 11:30 p.m. for me. I don't know what it is where you at. Let's listen to the decision, or I'm going to listen to the decision, and I'll be right back with y'all. Let's get it. Big Skull said, "Yeah, that was a fire stream you did earlier." Yeah, I appreciate it, Skull. I had fun, G. We, just getting back to talking about people, personal, relationship talk, all that different stuff, manhood, all that. That's the bag. That's the bag. So we always have fun having them conversations, differences of perspective, and all of that. So it was a good conversation, and we got way more ladies now. A lot of women have subscribed to the platform over the last couple of weeks, and so a lot more women voices chiming into the conversation too. So that was very enjoyable as well, Big Skull. I'm glad you was in there too, shouting. Appreciate you shouting that out. I'm glad you liked the stream as well. It's been a minute, right?
17-111. WBC.
Yeah, it was a landslide. The judges didn't have it close. 117, 111, 110. I mean, they had it a landslide. Malachi said, "I'll check out that show, bro." For sure, for sure. Let me know what jump in the comments when you check it out for sure. I'm gonna bust that show down into segments. You'll be able to catch it incrementally if you don't catch the rewatch of the live stream. So it's all good. I try to make everything. I make a lot of content, and I'm a long form content creator. So I always try to break things down and make it palatable for the people who prefer the little 20-minute, 30-minute videos and stuff like that. Everybody don't want to sit through 2 hours and all that. But for the people that's earbud locked in at work, they love the long form content. So we try to make it palatable for everybody. Elite Chronicle clip said Roach got beat on. Yeah, he took an L tonight. I think that the strategy that they needed to negate the output of Zepeda, I think they needed a different strategy. He just didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't have nothing. At the end of the day, to beat a guy like Zepeda, you got to, have some elite conditioning or just high level poise to make that guy miss and make him pay over and over and over again. He doing an interview in Spanish, chat. So we see what it is. Unanimous decision victory for Roach. So listen, one of the rare times that I actually got both fights wrong. I had Raymond Muratalla winning by knockout. He won by unanimous decision. I thought he would be the first person to stop Robeson Conceição, but it seemed like Robeson's style actually gave Ray some trouble, which was shocking to me because I don't really think Conceição, he's a willing fighter, but his approach is so repetitive often that I feel like it's not super hard to whoop on him. And Muratalla had moments where I felt like he adjusted to Conceição very well, but then it was just like, I don't know. It was something about Conceição that was giving him some trouble, not in regards to winning rounds, but just in regards to being fully himself and really putting it on him. So, but shout out to Raymond Muratalla for retaining his belt and getting the unanimous decision victory. And then congratulations to William Zepeda, becoming the WBC champion at 135 pounds. And I'm sure he will be looking to fight against the likes of an Abdullah Mason or Raymond Muratalla to unify pretty soon. Now, the beautiful thing about the 135-pound division is ain't nobody really ducking nobody. And so we'll actually get these fights. You got a lot of young, hungry guys. Muratalla, I forgot. Muratalla just said he going up to 140. So that shit over with. But Zepeda and Abdullah Mason, now that's going to be a rumble.
Classic.
That is going to be a rumble. But we will cover what that looks like when and if that fight gets made. Because I do know that Abdullah doesn't have too much longer at 135, just looking at his frame and the way he feels out at the weight. I don't think he has too much longer at 135. And so we just have to see, his next fight got to be his best fight if he only got a couple more at the weight class. So why not line up Abdullah Mason and Zepeda? I would love to see it for sure.
Classic.
Listen, man, we're not gonna work overtime tonight on the boxing. We called the fights. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. I really do. For those that Rashid, shout out Rashid again for sending the cash out to the through the sports channel, right? Because we not monetized just yet, but we are on the road to 1K on Classic Codes Sports. So make sure you slide over to Classic Codes Sports and hit that subscribe button if you don't hit anything else. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolutely necessary, and we will be there in no time. Shout out to everybody that slid through: Elite Chronicles, Original American, Malachi, Big Skull, Uncle Plug TV, In Too Deep, everybody that was active in the chat, and everybody who just sat and enjoyed the fight call. Rashad, shout out to both of y'all. Big Time. Who else slid through here? Some of everybody. KBIS. Let's see. FBA. Who else slid through, man? Who pulled up to the barbecue? Yeah, Rashid, we caught you already. Ty Austin, what's going on? Who else slid through? Shawnee slid through this joint. Miss Washington slid through. Who else slid through here, man? I'm just trying to get my roll call in and let my people know I rock with them. Oh, last announcement, too, before everybody go. My memberships are now available on my YouTube. So for those of y'all that's looking to get badged up, looking to get Chat 333 verified, pick a membership level so you can enjoy the amenities of the membership. The membership amenities will begin within the next 48 hours. So there will be some music catalog uploaded on the level 3 of the membership. There will be, the vlogs and all of that have already been placed under membership only. So for those of y'all that, not my vlogs, my interview series, for those of y'all that want to get to know me better and listen to my old interview series and things like that, those things are under one of the membership tiers as well. A lot of the exclusive stuff, right? We're going to be doing, I'll be starting a new thing called Code Talk. And that'll be a members only stream that I do, either a live stream or a pre-recorded stream that goes out to members only. So I got some dope things that I feel like make the membership worth it, let alone people just wanting to show their support and just rocking with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So definitely tap in. And right now, as I know of, I don't have my first member yet. So whoever wants to be the person to be able to say, man, I was the first member ever on the Classic Codes, go ahead and make history, man. But nevertheless, man, everything is appreciated. Even if you just do the free stuff, liking, subscribing, and sharing every day or with regularity goes just as far as spending money, believe it or not. So I appreciate y'all to the utmost. But if y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing?